good? Salute family. Salute to the Just Do family. Salute to the TWT family. I'm back as promised. Yo, the Wise Crush was good, my bro. Appreciate you sliding back through. Deep Free, it was good with it, bro. I know you got a bunch of laughs for me in my inbox. I already know because you a fool. Josh was good with it, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. OG Eric was good with the family. Appreciate you stopping through. Mike Biggs, my bro, was good with it. TWT family in the building. As always, I like to see it. Y'all do me a favor. 10 people in here, all 10 of y'all smash the like button because I know y'all rock with your boy. We had 10, it's 9 now, but you know what I'm saying. You get the picture. But yeah, man. You know, I like to have good conversation over here as always, my people. And, you know, I build my content largely around things that fighters say because, you know, it's a lot of good information and things. And, you know, I like to listen to fighters talk sometimes and get their their opinions on their future opponents or who they would like to fight next and things like that. And, you know, we know Cody Crowley is coming up. He's a decent fighter nonetheless. You know what I mean? He's a pretty solid fighter. He's 21-0 with 9 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? He's 29 years old. He's a Canadian fighter. He's a southpaw, 5'10", with a 72-inch reach, man. And he's a solid fighter. Solid fighter. His last fight was against Josecito Lopez back in April, where he was tested for sure. And he stayed tall, though. He definitely got caught with some shots. And Josecito definitely showed the veteran that he was. But nonetheless, Cody Crowley, you know, he went on to win a unanimous decision. He ain't lose too many rounds, 1 or 2 rounds at the most. And he dropped Lopez in the 7th and went on to win a unanimous decision. Salute to all the family in the building. Appreciate y'all for coming back to listen to me talk some more boxing. You know what I mean? Your boy Justice trying to stay active, trying to stay on top of it over here, and you know. And, it's an interview from Cody Crowley that I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna have y'all listen to a little bit of that, and where he gave his thoughts on Keith Thurman and stuff like that. And then, you know, we gonna get into it. I'm gonna let y'all know what I think. You know what I mean? And then y'all free to let me know what y'all think. As always, y'all know how we do it over here. I know how we do it over here, man. Let me get this screen right for y'all. Play this interview for y'all, man, and then I'm gonna come back and give y'all my thoughts on it. Oh no, I'm tripping. Y'all couldn't hear it? wonder why not. Hold on. I don't know why y'all couldn't hear that. Well, you know what? I'll do it like this. I'll break it down for y'all. Pretty much, man. Cody Crowley say he'd love to fight Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Say he'd love to fight with Keith Thurman. He said Keith Thurman, all respected Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was one of his idols. And, you know, he'd love to fight him. No disrespect to him. He said he had his time, though. He said, he think they'd make a real good fight if they fought. He said when he look at how Keith Thurman, pardon me, he said when you see when he look at how Keith Thurman performed against Josecito Lopez and seeing how he had a fight with Josecito Lopez, he feel like, you know, he put himself in position to be able to compete with the top level fighters. Now, I don't know what in the hell gave him the impression that Josecito Lopez is the top level echelon of 147, but he's sadly mistaken. I mean, the kid, you know, salute to him. I mean, 29 years old, you know, 21 fights, 9 KOs, salute to him, but he's sadly mistaken if he think Josecito, and this is no disrespect to Josecito Lopez, though, but he's sadly mistaken if he think Josecito Lopez is at the top of the division. If that means competing with the very top, is absolutely false. Big Texas, what's good, fam? We appreciate you for sliding back through. Appreciate y'all stopping back through and hear your boy kick some more boxing, man. And yeah, and my bad for that little difficulty. I could hear it playing back from my phone, but I don't know why y'all couldn't hear it. I don't know what just happened right there. That usually don't happen. But anyway, he pretty much said, yeah, you know, he'd like to fight Keith Thurman. And another fighter that he mentioned also was Stanionis. I got a clip where he was talking about potential fight with him as well. Though. I'm gonna play that for y'all too. I'm pretty sure y'all be able to hear that one. I know that.
So, is there any word on when you might be back in the ring?
Yeah, I'm looking at November. November seems to be the time slot that I'm getting ready for. And you know, I'm on a hunt right now. I want to show the world who Cody Crowley is, and I want to show the top guys in the welterweight division that there's no more running around. Cody Crowley is here to fight anybody and everybody, and I want to become a world champion. And anybody standing in front of my way, let's go.
Is there a short list of potential opponents for November that you'd care to reveal?
Yeah, I would love to fight Stanionis. That's a fight that is basically tailor-made for me, you know, to go out there and showcase. This guy comes forward. He's punching. He's got power. And I think it is just going to be exciting fireworks. And I'm going to go in there and show the world who Cody Crowley is. And that will give me a mandatory, I hope so, a mandatory spot next up. He does have a WBA, I believe it's an interim title. I'm not too sure, but that's who I want right now, because playing these ranking games, it just doesn't seem to work. So I get that fight, I get a title, and I lock myself into a position where now I'm mandatory to get the fights that Cody Crowley deserves to get.
Now, he asked what was the short list. You mentioned Imantas Stanionis. Does that mean that a fight with Stanionis is being discussed or is feasible?
It's definitely being discussed right now. Definitely being discussed. And
I like it.
You know, I would really love to, you know, paint them into a corner and make them take this fight.
Yeah, see, I heard it. So, you know, Big Texas again. Salute, family. Appreciate you stopping through. Charles, what's good with it, family? Appreciate you stopping through. A1, my bro, what's good with it? TWT. Appreciate my bro stopping through. Demetrius Bright, what's good with it, family? Appreciate you stopping through, my bro. Yeah, and see, and you right off the bat, Charles, I appreciate that's why I always appreciate my people that's listening, you know what I mean, the family, because right off the bat, you just making a comment like that helps me understand you get where I'm going with this. And again, this is strictly off the things he said out his mouth. You know what I mean? Y'all do me a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. And he said, you know, he'd love to fight Keith Thurman. And you heard in that clip right there, he just mentioned Stanionis. And I believe Stanionis has some type of interim title that he won in his last fight from Butev, or the guy that he fought, I believe. So, again, it's like you said, Charles, I think these would be interesting fights. And respectfully, like in a long time, I feel like Keith Thurman actually has some options if he want to be realistic about it. You get what I'm saying? If he could be realistic with in terms of where he's at in his career right now, there's no reason why a fight between him, and I know this is not something that people is talking about, so that's why I wanted to talk about it. I seen an interview, I heard him say the name, that's all I needed. Like, you would be willing to fight him. You know, he was your idol. You know, you got respect for Keith, but you'll like to challenge him. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I think Cody Crowley would be a great test right now for Keith Thurman, a young up-and-coming fighter that don't have, you know, necessarily blistering punching power, but has some respectable pop. I don't see why that's not a makeable fight for Keith Thurman right now. I think it'd be a really good test for him, because Cody Crowley could fight. You know what I mean? He got the youth on his side. He's just 29, you know what I mean? He hasn't been in many wars, if any. You know what I mean? He's been tested to some degree, you know what I mean, with Josecito Lopez pretty much being the biggest name on his resume. Now, I just don't see any reason why this fight can't happen. And then another reason, you know, I happened to look on Cody Crowley page, and he had posted a picture of the rankings of where they got people ranked at welterweight. And, you know, of course, at number 1, it was Crawford. 2 was Spence. 3 was your boy one-time Keith Thurman. 4 was Ugas. 5 was Virgil Ortiz. And number 6 was yours truly, Cody Crowley. So that's not a big gap in terms of the rankings for people that, you know, be stuck to the rankings and, you know, saying this one ain't ranked to fight this one. Bon Quickly was good with it, fam. Appreciate you for sliding through. So, YG, one time coming. If you pass the Thurman, YG, one time coming. You should pass the Thurman. So, you know, Cody Crowley has even called out Spence, even though I know that won't happen. Crowley wants all the smoke, and that's what I like. I like that energy from the young guy, man. But I liked also, you know, I know a Spence, you know, that's something more to say. That's kind of to show you that if given an opportunity, he'd be willing. So I'm not mad at him for that. But what I do appreciate about him as well, though, is that, oh, yeah, that's a good question, Mike. That's a good question, Mike Biggs. It's a good question, bro. But it leads me to, you know, believe that his head is in the right place, because then he went back and said more realistic names like, you know, a Keith Thurman and a Stanionis, which I believe are 2 real good fights. And I don't see why, for any reason in the world, why one of those 2 dudes ain't getting in the ring with Cody Crowley next. This might not be a popular name that people asking for, but I think it's one definitely worth our time. And I think it'll be a good ass fight. I think so. St. Louis was good with it, my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. Chris was good with it, family. Appreciate you for stopping through. How y'all feeling, man? Appreciate y'all, man. It's the second live of the day, man. I'm just staying active, man. I seen an interview that, you know, sparked a conversation or 2 for me. And like I said, man, I think, yes, sir, man, he climbing. That's what I'm talking about, my bro. Appreciate everybody in the building. Y'all smash that like button for me, man. We're going to keep cooking. Don't keep y'all here too long. This is the second live. I know y'all probably got stuff to do, but we gonna get through it, though. We're gonna talk about it a little bit. Like I said, Cody Crowley on the come up, young hungry dude, 21 wins, 9 knockouts. He's not a crazy knockout puncher. And you look at where Keith Thurman is right now in his career, he ain't looking like the Keith Thurman of the past in terms of like explosiveness and punching power. He still look like he pack a nice punch, but it don't necessarily look like it's all the way where it once was. I think that's fair to say, especially after his last fight against Barrios. Now, you figure that was a good showing, and Barrios was a guy that came up, and that was his first fight at welterweight. Even though that was a solid showing for Keith, I think Cody Crowley, if I'm not mistaken, has been a welterweight. I don't think he's been smaller than that. Actually, he's fought even higher than welterweight, Cody Crowley. So none the least, I think that fight would make sense because at least we can say he's fighting an actual welterweight this trip, not a blown up or not one that's trying to acclimate to the weight class. You fighting somebody that's been there and that's fought even heavier than 147 before. Ashley's Corner, salute, Queen. Appreciate you stopping through. Appreciate you. Yeah, this is the second one of the day, man. I'm just trying to stay active. Mike, appreciate you in that Cash App, bro. Appreciate you, my bro. Appreciate Ashley's Corner. Appreciate you stopping back through, Queen. Akatani said Tank don't know how to weld a sword. You talking that talk. You talking about the Nakatani that Loma punched on? T20, what's good with it, family? Appreciate you for sliding through, my bro. Talk about the upcoming cards when you done. Yeah. Hey, Ash, you know it's all on deck, man. Anything that's on the family mind, feel free to chime in. It ain't gotta be, it always start one place and then it goes somewhere else. So, feel free to any fights that's piquing your interest. You already know. All conversations on deck. But I just ran across this interview that Crowley did not too long ago, and I thought it was interesting because it's a matchup. It's some matchups that people ain't really talking about, and I feel like it's a little realistic. You get what I'm saying? I think Cody Crowley is a good test right now for Keith Thurman. Somebody that don't have a whole ton of punching power, but can get your respect. Somebody with boxing ability. He young. You know what I mean? He got some speed. He got some skill with him. I do think he get hit. So it's definitely a winnable fight for Keith Thurman for sure. But I think it'll be a fight that maybe people ain't hollering for. Appreciate you, Mike. People ain't clamoring for because maybe they ain't thinking about it. But if we being realistic and we see where exactly Keith Thurman is right now, I don't see why that's not a realistic possibility. Or better yet, if Keith want to be Hollywood and think he deserves something better than a Cody Crowley or a bigger name, then Crowley did mention Stanionis. And again, that's another good fight. So if and like Mike, you did mention, we're Boots. Like, where does this leave Boots? That's what I'm saying. So I know, Crowley did mention that it's being discussed, him fighting Stanionis. Like, but you know how that go. That he can say that and that he could be telling the truth, but a discussion might not mean that that's for sure the fight he gonna get next. But it's still worth the conversation, and at least he went in terms of him calling people out or speaking on fighters that he wants to fight. I don't think it Keith Thurman sound too far-fetched, and definitely not a Stanionis. I mean, somebody gotta get in the ring and start fighting. Hey man, definitely, bro. Definitely. Hope we all on our way. We on our way to wherever we at to 10,000 and then some. I appreciate that, man. Salute to the TMT family. Cody going Sandor Martin, keep fast. Hey, man. Hey, Ash, he might, but you feel where I'm going with that? I think it'll be Mayweather. Salute to Mayweather, man. But yeah, man, I think it's a real fight, though. It's a real fight. Not that many people calling for it, but I think it's something talking about. It's worth talking about. He said Keith was his idol. He'll be in there with something to prove. He'll actually come to try to win because he want to prove himself. And I thought it was funny because he mentioned fighting Josecito Lopez and then mentioned how Keith Thurman looked, against him and how he felt like, seeing how he performed and how Keith performed. He feel like, he could perform with these top guys. I don't know why he feel like, why in the hell he feel like Josecito Lopez is at the top of 147, but he's sadly mistaken. He battle tested for sure, and he been around the block a few times, but that's not the top tier 147, bro. You a long ways off if you think for 1 second that Josecito Lopez is the top tier of 147, man. You missing a few levels, bro. Want to see Danny Garcia get a confidence boosting fight? I mean, I think Jose Benavidez was exactly that kind of fight, to be honest, and I wouldn't be surprised if his next test ain't the craziest. It's probably going to be something that a winnable fight for him. You know what I'm saying? Just to get him back acclimated to the boxing ring again. I wouldn't mind. I mean, it'd be interesting to see who they match Danny up against next. Keith would try to stop Crowley. Yeah, facts, bro. But that's why I would like it. You get what I'm saying? And then Crowley feel like he got a granite chin. He was talking like, I'm mad that interview. I don't know why y'all wasn't able to hear it, but in that interview, talking, you know, he felt like he got a granite chin. He could mix it up if he need to mix it up, and box if he need to box. Johnny Q, salute my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? Know what I'm saying? So Crowley will throw the fight on purpose out of respect for one time. Shit, man, the way he talking like he won his spot. He said one time had his time. You know what I'm saying? He said he had his time. Josecito's the oldest at 140. That's what I'm saying. Ashley, like he battle tested for sure. Make no mistake about it, man. The man is battle tested, bro. Like, make no mistake, I ain't taking that from him, but he is not the top tier 147. That man is missing a level or 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? Thurman still need to be tested. I think, yeah, that's an interesting question. I think that's exactly what he need at this point. Tests, like, to really see exactly where he at, because I mean, unless he's confident in trying to go for a dog, which you got to think them options is limited. Let's just hypothetically count out Spence and Crawford. Like, the landscape of 147 is what it is. We know who there. We know who the dogs are. You got Virgil Ortiz. You got Bruce Ennis. You got Speedy Rashidi floating around. Like, we know what it is. So Keith Thurman, like, the ball is really in his course. This seemed like he actually got more options than he had in quite some time if he's really able to be serious and explore some of these options and these people talking about fighting him. I don't see why that'd be a tough fight to make. Tyson Fury is Like, what if Cody get in there and do Keith like Dave did both? So, hey, that'd be crazy, right? If he put on a boxing clinic, bro. If Crowley get in there and put on a boxing clinic against Keith, man, Keith might want to. I don't know. He's gonna be in trouble. I don't know where he go from there. But I'll tell you what, I think that's a real test. Why not? It's an undefeated, up and coming, prospect / contender. You know what I'm saying? So why not get in there with him? You know what I'm saying? He right at the cusp. He got 21 in. Why not test himself against somebody? Because he not getting a title shot right away either. And if Cody Crowley fight one of them other, Stanionis fuck around and could beat him. The thing is, with them, they both get hit. I think Crowley's defense is better than Stanionis' defense. And Stanionis be looking like I don't know, y'all ever seen like Jason with his mask off, yo? Like that's how Stanionis be looking at some of these fights. He be looking like if Caillou was a grown man and got punched up. Like, that's how he look, yo. Stanionis being there looking like Caillou on swole. Knots and all types of shit. Fury snitched on Tim Bradley not being 100% vegan. He's stupid, bro. Keith Thurman is perfect. Shoe brand name. You a fool, man. In my opinion, the only thing wrong with Thurman is that midsection, bro. Yeah, everything else he got going for him is solid. Yeah, he's still solid. He looked to be in real good shape to be coming off that long Thurman ones. You stupid. He looked like he was in good shape to be coming off that long of a layoff and shit like that. So my thing is, he said Kenneth Cole, Keith Thurman similar. Yeah, I'll be down laughing. Keith might not Cody. Yeah, facts. That's why I say it's a good fight. Because I think what it is you got a chance that Cody Crowley, the younger, fresher guy, could outbox the older vet with power. You know what I mean? That also comes still box. You know what I'm saying? That just is not the same that he once was, but still got some tread left on the tire. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a real fight again, man. I don't see why it can't happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because where does that leave Boots though? Like all right, let's say if Stanionis and Cody Crowley fight, then what Keith Thurman gonna do? Because he's not getting none of the big dog. He's not getting the other two. He's not getting them. So what he gonna do? Is he gonna go for a Virgil? Like, what is he? Is he gonna be willing to test himself? Like, what he gonna do? But he got a couple of options if he want to be realistic with himself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right, facts though, yo. If he does Cody off, that'd be funny. Yeah, but if he fuck around and get his ears boxed off by Cody that year, like you said, that shit'd be funny. It'd be a boxing lesson for the older vet, man. Keith might want to pick his next fight, carefully. You dig what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. And He might want to be careful about his next fight. But you know, now that he already talked about it, so let's kind of get into it a little bit, man. Who y'all got though? Who y'all got? Y'all got Keith Thurman or Crowley, or do y'all got Crowley over Stanionis? If he was to get either one of the two fighters he mentioned, which was Keith Thurman in one interview, and in another one he mentioned Stanionis. If he get either of them, do y'all got Cody Crowley beating either of the two? I say they both tough fights for him. And I say maybe possibly the Keith Thurman fight might be the tougher one out of the two because I think he got the most power out of them. I believe so. And of course, he a vet, been around the game, the most achieved. I say Keith Thurman might be a tougher fight for Crowley than Stanionis because Stanionis get hit a lot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody must think keep food though, because even Cool Boy said if I keep, oh yeah, that's wild, Johnny. Salute my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. I don't know if I missed you or not, but yeah, man, that'd be wild. Cool Boy, yeah, they must look at him as food. Luis Ortiz, Andy Ruiz fused together, they would be 700. You know it. You know it. Got Ponytail winning. Yeah, man, it'd be a tough fight. Now I got Cody losing both. Oh, word. That's interesting, Johnny Q. Word. That's interesting. 50-50 both fights. Yeah, man. I'm with you, Crush. And that's why I say it's worth the conversation. Because again, you know, best fighting the best is not always the top, but it can be 50-50 fights to me are the best fighting the best to me in a way. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's what that is. That's the epitome of like that, because it's an even match. It's like what you want to see. Now, it's levels to that 50-50 type of matchup, no doubt. But, you know, I ain't saying they're the absolute best, but being that they 50-50 fights make them, you know, credible and worth talking about and discussing, because as fans, I mean, at the best, that's the best possible odds you could offer a fan, a 50-50 fight in terms of the winner and the loser. Those are some of the most interesting fights that are truly not only on paper 50-50, but they end up playing out in the ring like a 50-50. So you could see a lot of give and take between all three of these dudes if they mixed it up. You get what I'm saying? Like on some round robin shit, this is a interesting set of fights right here. Like, and they're realistic fights, I think. You get what I'm saying? Even though somebody gonna have to fight Boots, so maybe they could rock, paper, scissors over who gonna fight Boots. That's for them to figure out, man. May the best man win. Stanionis a one-trick pony. He's a come forward dude. Cody Crowley did say, you know what I mean, in that clip that he feel like Stanionis is tailor-made for him because he's a come forward fighter. You get what I'm saying? And he's just not defensively sound, and that's not gonna help him. You get what I'm saying? That's not gonna help him. My bad, y'all. Responding to text. Somebody trying to keep me in the loop with the boxing. I got Keith over Crowley. The Stanionis fight is more 50-50 in my opinion. Yeah, I think I would lean towards Keith too. Stronger guy, and I've seen Crowley get hit pretty good often enough, and I've seen him get dropped pretty bad by a guy that I don't really know too much about. And I don't mean that the guy couldn't punch, but I think after seeing the way he got dropped, he did get up off the canvas and win, but he got dropped bad, man. He got dropped bad. And yeah, Stanionis and Crowley is more of a 50-50 fight, and I would lean naturally towards Crowley because I feel like he's the more shiftier, more fluid boxer in this equation, and I feel like he's a little more defensively responsible than Stanionis. Stanionis really be getting lumped up. I'm telling y'all, next time y'all ever watch Friday the 13th movie, they'll be, when they show you Jason without his mask, just remember that, and then think about go look at that fight of Stanionis when he was lumped up like that. Damn, I forgot who he was fighting, but y'all get what I'm saying. Or just picture Caillou in a fight as a grown man getting lumped up crazy. That's what he was looking like. His defense sucked, man. And wishing he had hair and fools cut his hair. He lost the Pacquiao bet, cut his hair. Stupid bet. You a fool, bro. They gotta play horseshoes to see who get beat up by Boots. Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? horseshoes or even horse something. They got to do something. I don't care. They play tic-tac-toe, connect four, something. They better figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Tim Bradley. Man, you a fool, man. Ninja Turtle Bradley. That's why I call him Bradley, like a stuffed groundhog to me. Tab. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Facts. He did win that fight. Facts, Mike. Appreciate you, bro. That's exactly what fight it was. That's what fight it was. You know what I'm saying? That's what fight it was. He was looking crazy. I'm like, dude, be looking crazy. He be winning, but he be looking wild coming out the ring. Man, yeah, I'm telling you. That boy be looking all types of swole. His face be on swole. He be getting punched out of commission, man. That shit don't be looking good for boy. Boy be looking crazy. I'm trying to tell y'all something good. Trying to tell y'all. Max Bradley is the red talking turtle. I'm telling you. Where did he go, George? Stuffed gerbil. Like the angry one. You a fool. DP, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for stopping through. Yeah, tap dancing Timmy, man. You know? Hold on. Did I have something from Timmy? Because he was talking about something. Now that y'all speak about Timmy. Hold on. Did I have something? Hold on. Tap dancing Timmy. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, these Ninja Turtle Bradley. That's what he is. He swear he look like a stuffed Ninja Turtle that all they did was eat pizza. Boy, swole as hell. Tim Bradley is swole. Jeez, trying to tease you. Yeah, man. But my bad, y'all. Like if Fat Nia. Yeah, that's crazy. Cause he do, yeah. He really do. That's crazy because he really do, bro. He do, man. Ninja Turtle Brad, yeah. I'm telling you, he really do. Ninja Turtle Bradley, man. And yeah, man, so it look like he should be a Star Wars cat. I'm telling you, big boulder head, job of the butt. Mr. Independent, look at, I'm telling you, it's little, man, that's a funny looking character there, bro. Fat boy. And I only say that because he always talking junk, man. It's all in jokes, little meatball head, no neck dude. But yeah, all in all, man, like I said, I think Keith Thurman and Crowley and, Crowley and Stanionis are good fights. I lean towards Crowley against Stanionis, even though I think it'd be a tough fight for both. I lean towards Keith against Crowley, and I lean towards Keith against Stanionis too, but that'd be a tough fight for all of them. But those are fights I think that either of those guys should look to make, man. I think those would be some good entertainment for boxing for sure. I definitely do. I was in the Hall of Fame. Yo, tell me, probably from losing to Pacquiao. And then that win, the Pacquiao win, that everybody feel like he didn't win. Maybe that. Eric was good. Appreciate you sliding through. How you feeling? He said, "I love Stanionis wins easy." Okay. Oh, you got Stanionis over Cody Crowley. Mike Kirkland was good, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. How you feeling? They went back and watched them. I appreciate that. I'm glad you went back and watched them. See, good fights though, right, bro? The hell of a trilogy, yo. I definitely like to pass it along to the fans whenever I catch a good fight, especially a trilogy. When I caught that, man, you know how you be itching for a fight and you don't mind watching a fight you already seen, but it be at a time where you really just want to be surprised and you want to watch something that you didn't see. So I ain't know the outcome of none of the fights, so they just was all like brand new to me. I watched all them things back to back to back. Good ass fights. Damn, like Ewok. Hell, y'all crazy, yo. I'm sorry, Cash. I know it's the ugly dude in the hoodie. We are fools, yo. I'm turning the head out. Think Cody dances around Stanionis for 12 rounds? If his tank is full, he very well could. But he's going to have to stay disciplined because once Stanionis get in there, he do like to work. And he a little tough, a little strong meatball head dude. I forgot the name. Oh, yeah, they all was good, Mike. All three of them was like hella fire fights, man. Them dudes really, like, you got fighters that when they step in that ring, it's just different. They styles complement each other, and you just get it's great entertainment, yo. And that's just one of them trilogies that I always suggest that somebody watch if they ain't watching. He set the record for most headbutts in the career. Try to milk that half ass. Okay, ass. God, killing him. Back on I'm saying, having really legitimate rules on why and how you get in there. On PF, I'm gonna cook on that. And I'm gonna be there for it, Brody. Hey, want you a food. Facts, man. You know, I'm gonna be there, bro. Might have to listen to you cook on that, but yeah. So I respect it, man. So you know, got some mixed opinions in here, but all in all, man, I think we could all admit that for what Keith Thurman is right now. Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. I'm rude as hell. My bad. I'm snacking. I'm over here eating some fishies, man. My bad. Snack. Got the munchies over here, but yeah. I think they all be interesting fights. They makeable fights. I don't see why not. And they just realistic in terms of level. Like, I don't think Keith Thurman is head and shoulders above a Stanionis or a Cody Crowley. I don't think he's above exploring a possible fight with either of them two. And I'm damn sure not against Stanionis, you know what I mean, and Crowley. So, you know, Keith Thurman might have some options, might be more realistic options than he had in a long time if he my bad, yo. If he my bad. If he you know, if he keep it real with himself, then he got some options. And like I said, Cody Crowley not being a big puncher, but a good boxer, a young kid with some skill. He got some fights under his belt. I don't see why he can't realistically fight him. I mean, I think it'd be a step up from Barrios in terms of him being an actual welterweight. And like I mentioned earlier, he fought above the welterweight limit before. So it wouldn't be a matter of him fighting a guy that's small or nobody be able to use he fighting a blown up welterweight or a guy that's 140. None of that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be a solid fight for him if he took it. Salute, Monica. Appreciate you for stopping through, Queen. How you feeling? Well, for stopping back through on the second live. You know that got speed dial for demolition work. You stupid, bro. Nah, he do, yo. He do. Nah, he do look like he delivered pies, bro. I'm dead serious, bro. He really do. I cook at his ass, though. Holding up signs with a box for food. That's Stanionis. Stanionis like he been in basic training his whole life. I'm telling you. He been in basic training his whole life. St. Louis ain't picked up a lick of defense. Boy, that boy love to block punches with his face and head, yo, and his chin. He love it. I'm going to Papa John's. Saying he's stupid, yo, holding up signs. Y'all crazy, bro. Bro, I'm hungry now. My bad. Yeah, them fishies, them multicolored fishies, 2 flavored fish, them joints hitting, especially with the munchies. I got smoking this Mac 1 that I just got. Stanionis look like a One Punch Man. It's a ball anime character that killed dudes with one punch. He look old Krillin looking motherfucker. He look like Krillin, Dragon Ball Z. Ain't that Krillin? With the bald head, I think. Look like him. Or DBZ. Or he Stanionis chin. Now, Stanionis got a good chin, though, to be serious, to be on, all jokes aside, though. Stanionis do got a good chin, but he get hit a lot. But, like at the same, but the reason why, why we talking about it, the reason why I feel like his chin could help him in fights, but with a boxer with a style like Crowley, his bread and butter is boxing and not power. So it would more so, I think his chin would definitely hold up against Cody Crowley. I don't see Cody Crowley being able to knock Stanionis out. And I see even if he do beat him, it's going to be a tough fight. But Stanionis got to worry about being outboxed by Crowley. And Crowley got to hope that he's able to stay disciplined. Because what I heard him mention about that standing there and banging with 9 knockouts in 21 fights, I don't think I ain't saying you feather fisted, but I don't think standing there and banging is your strong suit. Like, I mean, your record would indicate that. Wine cheese pizza with green pepper and black onions. Oh man, about black olives. Hell no, they got it like freezes shiny ass forehead. Yeah, I'm telling you, big forehead. But Stanionis really do look like a grown ass Caillou though. And then he'd just be like a grown Caillou on swole. You know what I'm saying? He said he does look like One Punch Man. But those are y'all gotta agree though. Like I said, those would be some good fights for sure, man. Like they worth it. They fights that's definitely worth it, bro. They worth exploring. And like I said, if Keith Thurman is gonna keep it real with himself in terms of skill level and where he at physically right now, I think a Cody Crowley will help him because it's a winnable fight. Stanionis, another one. It'd be a tougher fight, I think, in terms of style and matchup. In terms of like Stanionis would be more of a pressure fighter, where Cody Crowley would be able to box. Keith Thurman might be able to catch him and smoke his ass. You know what I'm saying? My bro G5, what's good with it, 5? Appreciate you stopping through, Brody. How you feeling? We're stopping back through for the second time around. You know what I'm saying? It was like Krillin facts. That's why I say look like Krillin. Now Freezer's Mayweather. Quick, what's good, sis? Appreciate you stopping back through. How you feeling? Mayweather Senior, King Vegeta. Y'all fools, bro. I swear y'all fools, man. Y'all won't get through this vessel with y'all, yeah. But yeah, man. Like I said, just so I don't keep beating the dead horse, and then I'll slide to the next topic. I think Thurman. I edged Thurman. Like I lean towards Thurman over Crowley right now, still, and that's because of Crowley's defense. And I seen holes, and he get hit, and he's been down. He's been down hard, but he got up and fought back and won. I edged Thurman over Stanionis in a tough fight, and I might have Cody Crowley beating a Stanionis. You know what I'm saying? But not Keith Thurman. TBS, my bro Kyle, was good with it, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling? Okay. So there'd be good fights. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, and again, Keith Thurman got to fight somebody. He got to be realistic because let's be real. The top dogs is off the table. We know he not getting in there with Boots or Virgil. Conor Ben fighting Chris Eubank. You get what I'm saying? Rashidi ain't fighting Rashidi. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking of the top guys. Like, you know what I mean? Why not fight it up and come in? You know what I mean? And catch you a Cody Crowley win, or go fight you a winnable fight that people could kind of respect. That's a respectable opponent. You know what I'm saying? It's a respectable opponent. It's a good chance to try to fight him. It's a dude with not a ton of power because most of the other division punch a lot harder than Cody Crowley. Like, it just get worse from there. Like, he got them 9 knockouts, might help Keith. You know what I'm saying? Might help him. Chicken wings combo with the pizza. And you're going to have me in this month hungry, man. You know what I'm saying? So, again, man, that's how I see them playing out. And, again, those are good fights. If they all mixed them up, if them 3 all mixed it up, that'd be good fights. And that'd be worth watching. So, man, now moving on, man, brings me to the next topic because y'all already know. Everybody been talking about it. Did you see AJ Media workout? Missed it, but I heard he looked like shit. Nah, actually, I ain't see it. I just, what the problem is always going to really be for AJ for me while we on it. Because, again, whatever y'all, shoot, man. Whatever y'all, goes on y'all mind, go for it. But his problem is always going to be mental for me, AJ. And why I say that is because when you hear him speak, it's like it'd be a little alarming. And I believe it was knockout. Salute the knockout. You know what I mean? For hitting on it. Like, this dude really said, and this is a heavyweight, mind y'all, this is the heavyweight division. This is a heavyweight talking about he had a fight with Alexander Usyk the first trip, and he didn't try to hurt him. he didn't want to hurt him. Like, well, I ain't never heard nobody say nothing like that. Are you crazy? What was you trying to do then? Is that why you got your ass beat? Like, it's no wonder. Like, who the hell allowed you to think that it was not in your best interest to try to hurt that man? What was you trying to do exactly to him? Like, for real, I'm not even trying to be funny. What was you trying to do to that man if you wasn't trying to hurt him? Like, because he was definitely trying to hurt you, and he was. Usyk wasn't playing with you. AJ, man, I'm telling you, Ash, cupcake-ish, man, sounded a little soft. I'm just saying, no disrespect, man. That's weird. That's a heavyweight saying that. Could you imagine Deontay Wilder going in the fight talking about he ain't want to hurt somebody? He wasn't trying to hurt him. Like, we'd be so upset, bro. Like, imagine how mad you would be. Like, what? And then they lose, and that's what they say? That's what you come up with. After that 12 round shellacking, the only thing you could come up with is I ain't want to hurt him. I wasn't trying to hurt him. Mike Biggs, you stupid. You moist. Kurt was good with it, my bro. Yes, sir. The grind continues. I'm back with another one, man. You know it. Appreciate you for stopping through, my bro. I never even heard him say that. Yeah, Ash, yeah. And you know, I watched Knockout video, and I know Knockout, and he was reading it. I'm like, yo, this dude really said he didn't try to hurt him. I said, what was you trying to do, AJ? It's a fight. Nonetheless, not just a fight, it's a heavyweight fight for the titles. What are you on? Because he clearly trying to hurt you. That boy, that Ukrainian dude, he trying to hurt you, bro. You in there playing, talking about you wasn't trying to hurt him, man. I'm telling you, that's bogus to say. His thought process, whatever be going on in his head, is alarming, bro. Because with him saying stuff like that, and then when you see how he go out there and perform, it's no wonder he losing. Like, I just don't know if Robert Garcia is going to be able to do something so much different. If the only thing I could see potentially that could go in his favor, but it could go against him in the same token, is if him trying to be really aggressive this time and really assert yourself and your size and impose your size and will on this dude and try to get him up out of there. If you try to box with him again for 12 rounds, you're going to get beat up, yo. And it's going to look bad. I'm telling you. He just treated her like a strong woman and just took the ass whooping. Yo, I'm telling you, yo. Big muscle bound ass in that ring, talk about you ain't trying to hurt somebody. What is it you try to do, my boy? Like, for real. Nah, we need to talk about this. Before he get back in the ring, like, I need him to clarify what he meant when he said he wasn't trying to hurt him, though. Nah, I need answers, bro. What was you trying to do? That's the sole purpose in boxing, is to hurt your opponent. What are you talking about? Especially when you're a heavyweight. We talking about heavyweights. We ain't talking about them lighter weight classes where guys might not have the punching power to get each other out of there. We talking about a heavyweight, that's supposed to be a known destroyer. Early in his career, he was stretching shit. AJ was punching on shit, smiling, doing it. You know what I'm saying? Small ass Vegas. I smashed the like button for me. Appreciate all y'all in the building, man. Could never imagine Wilder the saying that. I'm saying we'd be losing our minds, Mike. We'd be losing our minds, bro. We'd be losing our damn minds. Like, yo, what'd he say? Skills, my brother from New Orleans. What's good with it, bro? Appreciate you for stopping back through on the spin back. AJ soft T with a T. Eddie Murphy said it in life, soft. Chippendale, you crazy, yo. Telling you, man, this dude bogus, man. He bogus. I just like that. I just never heard a heavyweight speak like that, bro. Your sole purpose in boxing is to hurt the other guy. Y'all say it all the time. Y'all don't get paid for overtime. So why in the hell would you be in that ring playing with that man? He over on the other side of you trying to punch your head off. You know what I'm saying? Usyk wasn't playing with you. It got so crazy in one of them rounds, and I'm going to point this out. I don't know if y'all caught it, family, but go back and watch it. I forget what round it was. One of them rounds, Usyk was laying hands on Joshua, and they took the time. It was still time on the clock. They took the time off of the TV and ended the round early, and it saved him. I think it was that round where he was kind of like sitting on the ropes damn near, and Usyk was like teeing off, I believe. They took the time, yo. They turned the time off the clock, yo. They ended the round early, premature. I'm telling you, to save Joshua, yo. I'm telling you, I was like, yo, what the hell? I know I ain't just catch them do this shit live. They did it. They did it live, y'all. I'm telling you, go back and watch it, yo. It's grounds for termination. I wouldn't be a fan no more. Nah, I'm telling you, Ash, nah, no bull. You can't say that, yo. You can't, yo. At that point, how do we assess you as a fan of yours? Let's just say we the biggest AJ fan and not fanboy, because I can't fanboy for nobody. But let's just say AJ is my favorite fighter. And I just watched this man fight 12 rounds and I done imagine before he said this, I done had all types of reasons probably why he could have lost this, and that. And then he come out and say that. That means everything everybody was arguing for you, all the cases people was trying to make is for why you won, all the educated breakdowns and stuff. They might seriously be mistaken, because lo and behold, you wasn't trying to hurt that man. So what was you trying to do? How was you going to win if you ain't hurt him? So you really thought you was going to outbox him and without hurting him? Yeah, that's bogus, man. Like, I don't know who allowed that. Who authorized that game plan, man? Fire him. No wonder he with Robert Garcia now. I see exactly why. Who authorized that game plan with AJ? For real though, who did it, yo? I got questions, bro. Who sat there and let that man think that it was cool for him? Not only 2 mistakes, he already come in with a quarter tank of gas or a 3/4 tank of gas. You know what I'm saying? Half a tank of gas, whatever it be. You know what I'm saying? That's 1 strike. Then you gonna go in there. You're going to really try to outbox a guy that's a masterclass boxer, you know what I mean? Especially compared to you. He wanted about at the highest level at heavyweight. He's one of the most skilled heavyweights. So you telling me you come in with 3/4 of tank, 1 strike. You didn't try to hurt this dude, 2 strikes. And then you actually outboxed him and thought it was cool to try to do it. 3 strikes, you out of there, bro. That you lucky he ain't knock you out. You lucky. I'm telling you, he lucky he ain't knock him out. It was the last round. Seen it too. You seen it, bro? He was on his ass, St. Louis. So, yeah, he is, though. He is. Mike is his heart with him, and his mentality is like Andy Ruiz shook him up, man. Respectfully, he did. He's been very different since that loss. And although he did regain those titles, let's be honest, Andy Ruiz ate himself right out of an opportunity to win. How you going to win the titles and come back? How you going to go vacation and come back fat, yo? In the ring, though. Boy, you had all that time to vacation, eat, and get right. I can't believe he did that. That's why I don't rock with him. I'm not rooting for him against Luis Ortiz, man. I hope he gets stretched. Usyk putting on weight, allegedly coming to stop AJ. I'm telling you, yo, if whatever he's able to do physically, if he in training camp, if he's able to assert himself in a way where his punches got more on him this time, I can very well see him getting a stoppage. Johnny, I could very well see it. I could very well see it, bro. I could very well see it. AJ got beat up. It's just weird. It's little. He suffered like it's mental with him, bro. He got like identity issues. You crazy? You crazy? Oh man, I'm telling you, yo. And it's mental. Like yeah, I'm telling you, man. Again, it's not trying to be funny. Like. That been one of his biggest issues have been like the muscles. You come in all muscle bound. You did slim down some, but it still seemed like your gas tank. It's like, cause look, and that's another thing he said. Oh my God, yo, it gets worse, yo. It gets worse. If y'all think this dude said he wasn't trying to hurt somebody was bad, do y'all know that not only he said that, but he actually had it in his mind that he got outboxed Usyk? And that he said that he didn't have the gas tank, that he wasn't trained to go to rounds to do it. So you all screw. So what are you talking about? How can somebody support you and really be confident that you're going to win this rematch? I ain't saying abandon him, but he talking wild. How could you really support him after that? How could you, in terms of feeling confidence, I'm saying, I ain't saying you got to abandon him, but the dude said he didn't train or he didn't have it in him to go to rounds to outbox him. But that's exactly what you tried to do. And then you alluded to, you went out and said directly that you didn't even try to hurt the dude. Think about how crazy that is. That's wild. Like, that's what was you trying to do? You try to outbox somebody knowing you didn't have a gas tank to outbox him. Like, are you serious? And then the one thing that you actually could do, you didn't want to do. And you telling me I'm going to be confident, even if I'm the biggest AJ fan going into the rematch and I know that's how you talking and that's how you think. What are you going to do different? I don't care. You just going to make Robert Garcia look bad. You might. Yeah, I got Ortiz, Ash, over Andy. Yo, that boy bogus, bro. He bogus. Shorts. Man, yeah. Shit. Yo, I'm telling you, stretch him out. I'm telling you, man, yo, he bogus, yo. Like, and that's all. I'm just being real. Like, how could you confidently feel like he got an opportunity to win if the things that make him a good fighter is the thing that he don't want to do against somebody? You need to hurt Usyk. That's your only chance. You can't. You're not outboxing him. You're not. I don't see it. You don't. You don't have the gas tank. You're not going to just all of a sudden for this camp have a totally different gas tank. I just don't see it. Maybe it could be slightly improved, but it's not going to be better than his. So you're still going to be at a disadvantage when it comes to that. Then you mean to tell me, what are you going to try to do? You're going to try to outbox. You better come to hurt this dude this time. I hope you actually trying to hurt him this trip. Like, that's bogus. And he said that. I'm not putting no words in his mouth. He said that. He said it, yo. Yo, I'm telling you, man. I don't know what's in the water, St. Louis, but look, bro, you got to be real with yourself. That sound crazy, bro. That sound crazy. Like, you didn't have the gas tank and you knew it, but you tried it. You didn't try to hurt him, but you know you can hurt the guy. Because, I mean, let's be real. If it's one thing AJ really do got, it's a punch. He can punch. He can hurt you. But why would you not want to do the one thing that's going to really help you control the fight? That's the problem to begin with. You couldn't get Usyk to respect you enough to deviate from his game plan. You get what I'm saying? Nothing. And I ain't saying it was a whitewash, because don't get me wrong. AJ did compete, bro. He competed in there. I remember the fight. He damn sure did. He competed. It wasn't easy as hell for Usyk, but you get what I'm saying? It's the way he was beat. And it's like, bro, you didn't have it, yo. You had the wrong game plan, and you was getting outboxed thoroughly. Charles was good, bro. Appreciate you for stopping back through. AJ wins this rematch, but based on him talking, I don't know. See what I'm saying? And we only going right off what they talk. Josh was good with it, my bro. AJ is too robotic. Rhythm, I'm telling you, and he slimmed down a little bit on the muscles, which I think might could help him, but the issue now is going to be the gas tank. You get what I'm saying? It's going to always be the gas tank, and you have to understand your limitations as a fighter. You could ill afford to get in the ring. Like, each fight, this is the biggest fight of your career. A lot could be riding on the line. I don't think your career is over if you lose, but you get what I'm saying? You could ill afford to get in that ring and not know your limitations, bro. That's going to hurt you bad in that ring, man. You can't get in there and not know where you limited. And it's okay to say, you know what? This dude might just be able to do this a little better than me. So you know what? I got to look at the things that I might be able to do better than him and execute that on fight night, or I have no chance to win it. What, you going to go in there and try to outbox him again and not hurt him? Because he damn for sure trying to hurt you. And especially, like Johnny Q said, if he putting on weight to try to have more sting or weight behind his punches, then, man, you might be in trouble. Because if he got any added power on fight night, that's the extra element that we probably didn't even expect. That's going to be a problem for you. His punching power already was a problem for you in the first fight, which is why they had to save you. And like St. Louis said, it was the last round when they took the time, when they took the clock off and ended the round prematurely to save you, because you was getting smoked. I'm telling you. That's why I'm always going to respect Floyd. He always came in shape and sharp. That's what I'm saying. Some of these performances from these dudes and some of the ways they lose, it make you truly appreciate Floyd Mayweather, yo, because he never let you down. And despite how he moved outside the ring and the questionable things he did, when it was time to fight, he put on and he did not let you down. He said AJ making black people bad at Robert Garcia gym in front of all my teammates. I heard it. Yeah, somebody did say he looking bad. I did hear that. Somebody did say that, and somebody mentioned it in here. Yeah, I said he ain't looking too good on them pads out there. I think Usyk might stop him because he should have in the first fight, but they saved AJ because it was in his home country. Yeah, they did save him. You caught that too, huh, bro? And that's what I'm saying. If Usyk putting on more weight in any way, shape, or form, and he punching harder, that man is in trouble, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, he making people look bad. Say he looking shitty out there in the world, man. Hey, man, I just hope for his sake that he's mentally where he needs to be, because it's all mental for AJ. But if you want to be questioning, like, damn, if you don't want to hurt somebody, like, damn, you don't physically want to impose your will on this dude. So you telling me you at no point in them 12 rounds was you trying to punch Usyk in his face hard enough to make him regret getting in the ring with you. So that never was a plan for you. So at no point in time did you intend to punch this man in his face hard as hell to make it like to inflict real damage. How you didn't want to hurt him? I'm mind blown by that. I'm still on that. I can't get over it. How was you going to win? Damn, bro. You don't want to do the one thing that could keep you in the fight. is cracking this dude Usyk with something and making him like, you know what I mean, second guess and deviate away from his game plan. Maybe have to go dig in his bag even deeper or something. You didn't do that. Boxing way more mental than physical facts. Based on the way he sounds, he already lost. That's what I'm saying. He sounds mentally defeated. And again, if you don't understand why you lost, you bound to repeat them same mistakes again. You get what I'm saying? Y'all know how that saying go. Like, you bound. Like, did you truly learn from them mistakes? Like, is that a loss against Usyk in that first fight, or is that going to be a lesson? Like, what the second fight is going to show that if that was just a loss or a lesson. Like, did you really learn? Because again, the stuff that you saying out of your mouth is a little weird, man, and it's off-putting. Like, it damn sure ain't building no confidence for nobody listening to you say that. You want to try and hurt somebody, boy. You can get your big ass in there. You look at Anthony Joshua. He look like he go in the gym and eat the weights, but do you get in the ring and you don't want to fight? Like, what? You don't want to hurt nobody, but you go in there, you'll hurt the weights. You go in there, eat the weights, do whatever it is. You beat the weights up, but you don't want to beat nobody up in the ring, bro. That's bogus. Like, I don't understand how you with that mentality, respectfully, Anthony Joshua, you will never be heavyweight champion again. I don't care what nobody say. It has nothing to do with skill set. And notice I'm not even focusing so much on the skill set because, as all the boxers say, it's more mental than it is physical. And if you out there saying all the wrong things, ain't never heard nobody say all the wrong things and then get in there and do all the right things. It just don't go like that. So if you saying all that wrong shit, that's going to be your mentality going into the ring, and you're going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to take another bad loss, and that's going to be a big setback for you. But luckily for you, you AJ, and they still love you, and they ain't going to give up on you. You get what I'm saying? Respectfully so, though. They shouldn't. But like, what you talking like that, what I am saying is, you got to, even your biggest fans got to question your mental going into that fight, and do you really have a grip on your identity in the ring? Because you don't know if you should try to outbox somebody that just shown over a body of work throughout their career they've been a better boxer than you. Like, come to reality with that. I don't know how fighters do it, but like, it don't make you a less fighter to realize that there's some things in there that he just do better than you. Utilize, you're supposed to know what your weaknesses are, try to limit those, and then utilize what you do great in the ring, and expose his weaknesses in doing so. Like, if you're gonna be in there and not know what you're supposed to be doing or what makes you Anthony Joshua, then you're gonna have a real big problem moving forward, bro. You're gonna take more than just a Usyk loss. That's gonna be one of the losses to come, and until you on your way out of there. And respectfully, another thing about Anthony Joshua, I don't think he's going to take too many losses and still box. I don't. I'm telling you, depending on how this loss look, I'm telling you, that dude seem like he be fragile mentally. He's going to be rethinking his career. They just look like that because he holding back his punches. That's what I'm saying. You got to let him go. Combat 2 bag. What's good, family? Appreciate you sliding back through. My bad, y'all. Let me catch up. AJ said if Usyk wasn't a southpaw, he would have beat him. So I better tell him Usyk is still a southpaw. I'm telling you. I don't know what he talking about. Again, Kurt, all this stuff that he's saying, bro. Put my money on Usyk. Maybe I would too, Ash. I would too. I'm sorry. I seen that. Unforgivable. I'm telling you, bro. He's still a southpaw. Like, yo, bro, what are you talking about? You have to wake up, bro. You don't, facts, bro. If you don't understand why you lost, you will lose again. You're gonna get in there and lose. And just like I was saying, like with Teofimo, he bought himself some more time with that win against, Campa. But let's be honest, that he was supposed to win that fight. That's no disrespect to him. We just know the play. We know what it is. We know boxing. They wasn't putting you in there with a super dangerous opponent, man. They wasn't. They was putting you in there. That was the best guy with the best record that they could find. That, you know what I'm saying? With the most experience. You know what I'm saying? But with limited skill. And it showed in the ring. You get what I'm saying? So he bound to repeat that loss again. And just like Teofimo, he blames it all on the physical aspect. I never really heard them deep dive into the mental aspect as to why they lost. And I never heard his father hold himself accountable for the lack of instructions or the misguiding instructions that he gave him in the ring. So although he might have bought himself some time, by not losing against Campa, but I think at some point he's bound to lose again. And it could be sooner than later, depending on how big of a challenge he's willing to take next. You know what I'm saying? Fight for too long for that shit. That's a fact. The Elevator X salute, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. Smash that like button. I don't know if you sub to the channel, but if not, come join the family. Sub to the channel. Usyk whooping his ass again. He didn't want to hurt Usyk. Get your song ass back to the nail salon. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, he tripping. You can't. You gotta do better, bro. You can't talk like that. And again, I gotta go off of what you're saying, because what else am I gonna go off? What I'm gonna go off? What your trainer saying? Of course, your trainer about to say you killing it in the gym. I don't never really hear a trainer say anything else. Very seldomly or very rarely will you ever hear somebody be like, we ain't looking good. Now that percentage is so small. And when the very small instances when you do hear it, it'll be after the fact they reveal that they had an issue in training camp. You'll never hear nothing different. So of course he's gonna say the right things because he want to build the confidence of the fighter. And I understand that, but I'm going to go off what Anthony Joshua was saying, and the things he's saying is a little alarming. They're not confidence builders, AJ. They not. You losing this, bro. You lose, you get kicked out of the LG. You stupid, bro. Yo, DP is a fool, bro. I'm telling you, man. Appreciate you, Combat Tool Bag. What's good with it, family? Appreciate you, all y'all for stopping back through. Y'all smash the like button for me if y'all haven't. If it's anybody new that ain't part of the family, I don't know what y'all waiting on, man. Smash that button. Join the family. Become part of the Just Do family, you know. DP is a fool, man. You know, I'm telling you. And that's what it's going to result to. Big for no reason. If he ain't want to hurt nobody, I'm telling you, American Ninja Warriors, I'm telling you, you got to hurt somebody. And y'all sub to the bro, Mike Biggs, if y'all haven't already. Appreciate everybody in the building. Appreciate everybody that smashed that button. Time for AJ to just stop talking. Yeah, he just need to just lock in, man, at this point, Kurt, because he tripping. Dancing with the Stars, and he too big for that. He probably look clumsy. And Dancing with the Stars, he too stiff for that. Tay, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for stopping back, though. How you feeling? TWT in the building. Salute to my TWT family and the Just Do family. Appreciate all y'all smash that button. We're going to keep going for a bit more. But, yeah, man, AJ, realistically, he got some things to clean up on his side, man. Mentally, though. And I just don't know if he had enough time, realistically, to fix those things. Teach, salute, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. How you feeling? Appreciate you, Tay. Yeah, man. So it's just, and like I said, it's mental with him. And he got to know, he got to find his identity, man. Like, he's built to go in there and hurt you. And I don't know if it's a lack of strength and conditioning in his camps, or if that's just an issue that he's gonna have as a fighter. Like his gas tank, he just don't seem to come in there with a full gas tank. He runs out at some point. You midway past the fight, you start to see AJ start to slow down. He be breathing a lot heavier. It get a little crazy for him in there. So if again, like if I'm a fighter, right? Because I'm a man, I ain't gotta be a fighter. I'm still a man. I gotta be real with myself. If I know that I'm limited from a gas tank standpoint, like I know I get tired in my fights and down the stretch of my fights, and then after a certain round, I start to gas, or if I fight at a certain pace, or if the pace is pushed at a certain level, I'm going to tire out more. You got to understand that about yourself. That don't make you weak as a man to accept where you lack. That's just somewhere where you are just, that's not your strength. Strength and conditioning is not your strength. That's just knowing yourself as a fighter. So if you understand that, then you go into that fight knowing like, look, I can go 12 rounds, obviously, because he did go 12 rounds with Usyk, but I can't go 12 rounds the same way he can go 12 rounds. You get what I'm saying? My 12 rounds ain't the same as his 12 rounds. So you got to know that about yourself, and you got to approach the fight that way. You can't come into that fight with no bravado or just hoping that you could all of a sudden now out condition this dude or outwork him. That just might not be something you can do. But what you can do is try to assert your will, close the gap, make the ring small for this dude, and try to hurt him. That's what you can do. But you can ill afford, again, to go in that ring and talk about you ain't trying to hurt somebody and you trying to outbox a dude that's shown over a period of time, over his whole entire career, that he's been a more versatile boxer than you. It's just what it is. If you don't know that, then I don't know what type of film that y'all watching. Because if you watch film of Usyk and you what you draw from it is, oh, I'm so much of a better boxer than this dude, I should be able to outbox him, then you're gonna lose again. because that's just not what it is, bro. You can't do what he could do. He's a more fluid fighter than you are. He's smarter than you are. It's just what it is. I ain't saying you got to accept him being smarter, but you got to accept that it's just some things in the ring that he can do better than you. You got to know exactly what those things are. That's what you got a team for. You and your team got to figure out what is it that he do well and take it from him. That's that simple. It's that simple. If you go in there thinking you're a better boxer or you're going to try to test it out again, you're going to lose. You go in there, and if it's another chess match and it's fought at Usyk's pace, you're going to lose, bro. You forget about it, because I don't bank on you just catching him with some phantom punch and knocking him out. I don't see you doing that, bro. I don't see it. I don't. You seen him utterly embarrass all the next. Yeah, fools. Yo, I'm telling you, man. He's stiffer than the surfboard, no fluid in them hips, and that's just what it is, yo. The muscles, man. Then you got to think you stiff with the fact that you gas. You get what I'm saying? You in there with a guy that's just at a higher level than you in terms of boxing and skill level. Like, I don't know if they're keeping it real with you in there, because it's not tremendously hard to figure that out, to watch them. Or you just watch them perform as fighters. The one thing for sure, two things for certain, you would say Usyk looked like he can just do some things in there that Joshua can't, and at a way more fluid pace and level. You know what I'm saying? At a higher level. And then when you watch the fights with Joshua, what you would say, unequivocally, he can hit a lot harder, it would appear, than Alexander Usyk. So it would probably serve him best to make the ring small. I'm not saying that is easy, but you have to do it. These are the things you got to do if you want to win, and you should know that. If I'm sitting at home, I don't boxing train. If I know this is something you got to do, then you got to be able to know this is something you could do. And you can't sit here and tell me that what I'm saying don't make logical sense in terms of strategy and how you going to be able to win this fight, because you're not going to win it at distance, because you're not the better boxer. He'd be to pick you apart from out there. It wouldn't even matter if you was taller and longer than none of that, because you're just not a better fighter. So if you do have a height and reach advantage, and I'm not sure of their numbers, but AJ is a pretty tall dude. I'm pretty sure he is taller. He probably do got a height and reach advantage, but he's able to neutralize that with his skill level. Simply put, by controlling distance and range better than you. So how do you then neutralize that? You cut the ring off and you close the distance. You make the ring small for him. You cut off his exits and you work. Simple and plain. It's easier said than done. I understand that. But at the same time, realistically, if you're going to have any chance of that winning that fight, I guarantee you, y'all going to say, if he win this fight, I guarantee you the shit that I'm saying he got to do, I guarantee you're going to see a lot of it, or damn near all of it, or it's not going to work for him. AJ don't have the condition or gameness, so you know he probably screwed. I'm telling you, bro, that conditioning is something that always going to hurt him, especially at Mike, if at this point in his career, he don't understand that that's somewhere where he lacks. It don't make you less of no man, to be real with yourself at all. In no way, shape, or form. It actually makes you a better fighter for knowing where you are limited or where you struggle. You know what I'm saying? Where your weaknesses lie. That's one of them. Conditioning is not your strong suit, and probably because you naturally are a muscle-bound dude, and you didn't do yourself no favor early in your career by hitting the weights that hard. I told you he don't even, he go in there and eat the weights and leave. Then you get in the ring and don't want to hurt nobody. Eating weights and shit and don't want to hurt nobody. That's the weirdest shit I ever heard in my life, yo. Gotta say about that, just do endurance is something you can improve with time. It's like training for a marathon. So yeah, I think if he started since day he lost, he can train for 12 rounds, and you get it. And again, Teach, like, it's not to say that he can go 12 rounds, because that I would be lying, because he did go to 12 rounds with Usyk. But again, the point I was making, his 12 rounds, because of his conditioning level, his 12 rounds don't hit like Usyk 12 rounds. Them shits ain't the same. They don't match up the same. The activity that Usyk is able to put out in them 12 rounds is just superior to the activity that AJ is going to be able to put out. And it's not even all about activity. It's like the quality of the work is going to be at a higher level as well, because Usyk just pick his shots better. He's a smarter fighter than AJ, in my opinion. So it's like he just behind the 8 ball, and he going to be further behind the 8 ball if he hasn't truly learned his loss, why he lost, and where he's limited, and what makes him AJ, man. You being AJ is going in there hurting dudes, man. Not trying to outbox nobody. That ain't never been your strong suit. And I ain't saying you ain't gonna never be able to do that, but this particular fight, you got to eat crow. This is not a fighter, in my honest opinion. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one up here to say it. I don't think so. In a 12 rounds, I'm saying if nobody knocks nobody out, Alexander Usyk is not a guy that I will see 10 times out of 10 at all getting outboxed by Anthony Joshua. I personally don't see it. I think his best chance to win, damn near at this point, is almost looking like his only chance is to knock this dude Spark out. If he's unable to do that, he's going to suffer another defeat. I don't see him outboxing this dude. I don't see him improving his boxing so much better because he got Robert Garcia. I don't see that. I don't. Maybe he can switch some things up. Maybe he can actually come in here and try to hurt him this time. You get what I'm saying? But I ain't saying it's impossible because anything can happen in the sport. But I'm saying you just thinking logically, like it's always an opportunity for him to win. But his mind at least got to be right. I think we all agree to that. And if he going in there saying the shit that he's saying, it's not a good look. And again, it's not no confidence builder for nobody that's rooting for you. In my mind, AJ can win a rematch. I know that's not popular, but he got some rounds off of Usyk in the first one. That's a fact. That's a fact. If you get Usyk face after you stick to the game plan, he could win. And again, St. Louis, again, that's why I did mention that earlier. It wasn't like it was no easy fight for Usyk. But my thing is, I really do think Usyk would be able to improve. And I'm not saying it's impossible for Joshua to be able to improve, but I think that task or that climbing that hill is a lot steeper for Joshua, mainly because of the mental aspect of the game. Like, again, based on the things that I've heard that he said, it sounds like he don't really understand why he lost all the way. I heard him say something before, and it sounded like he felt like because he tried to outbox him is why he lost. I heard him say that initially. I believe that was one of the first quotes I heard him make after the loss, but since then, it's been something. It's been different, and it's been like alarming. It's been weird. You know what I'm saying? And now, I mean, it might be unpopular, St. Louis, but it ain't. You ain't unreal. You ain't unrealistic. You ain't. You know, you a logical dude. It's definitely possible. He can switch some things up, but again, a lot of my lack of confidence in him lies in the things that I've been hearing him say. So again, I'm not. Again, maybe if I was Robert Garcia and I was in the gym with him and I had a firsthand experience to maybe see how he was training and looking, maybe that might sway my decision. But again, I'm from the outside looking in, and the only thing I really got to go off is media workout that I didn't catch yet, but I did heard more than once that you didn't look good. I didn't see that. So all I could do is go off what I've been hearing you say, and the things that you've been saying has not been something that sound like it would be a good train of thought to have when you going into the biggest fight of your career. You trying to win your belts back. Like you saying some things that have people scratching their head. AJ just has his ass all night for even the slightest chance of winning. I got Usyk by relentless pressure, and that's it, Chris. Man, that's gonna be tough if Usyk is able to pressure him and outwork him. And man, it's gonna be a tough loss, man. He got to assert himself in this fight, but we gotta see if Robert Garcia is capable of building a winning game plan and AJ stay focused and stick with it. That's a fact. That's fair. That's fair. And I'm not saying that's not possible, but you do know, and we all know how hard it is for a trainer to train a fighter and change them so much in one camp. And again, just to try to be fair, I don't think it's so many changes that he has to make, AJ. Maybe some things strategically, definitely, but his mentality is the biggest question mark for me going into this fight, if I'm being honest. In my opinion, the biggest question mark I have for AJ going into this fight is him. Where is he at mentally? Okay, hope AJ wins. It'll shake things up. It would, bro. It would. And y'all know if AJ win, he ain't gonna run it back. Y'all know how AJ do. Facts. He gonna take them belts. He out. Ain't no trilogy for Johnny. Yeah, man. He ain't having it. You feel me? That would be a curveball. Like, yeah, low cal really enjoy when crazy stuff like that happen in boxing. Nah, facts. I wouldn't be against it though. I swear I wouldn't. I really wouldn't, because it would shake things up again. It really would, because I know some people would still think AJ food. I know they would. You know what I'm saying? I know they would, and it'd be fun to see. Who are some of the heavyweights with good condition? I named 3 off the top of my head without thinking. Good conditioning currently. Hopefully, Robert Garcia has added some things that AJ was missing. And again, Charles, like for me, and I always try to say this to try to be fair, like I'm not a boxer or a trainer, so my perspective might always be different from theirs because I ain't in there and I'm not in the gym, so I'm not having a bird's eye view on exactly what he's doing and working on in the gym. But for me, again, I always point back to the mental. I really, truly think it's way more mental that's holding AJ back than the physical aspect. Like, I think even the fact that he don't move his hips the best and he could be a little robotic and stiff, even though those things are true, and even though his gas tank ain't the best, I still believe with what he has, he can overcome those things if his mental is more intact. It's just not he don't pass me as a guy that's very strong mentally. Like, and you could see it from fight to fight. Like, if all it took was for you to lose one time to completely kind of damn near change your identity, think about it. The loss to Andy Ruiz, that knockout loss, got that dude thinking he a boxer. That knockout loss from Andy Ruiz and his first loss of his career got that man going into a fight with Alexander Usyk thinking he gonna outbox. Or that's his best bet, not to engage, not to hurt him. I couldn't believe he said that, bro. He really said he wasn't trying to hurt him. He was bogus, bro. My bad. Who was that? Teach, you asked me that about the 3 fighters with conditioning: Joyce, Usyk, Ortiz. Man, that's some good names. Good for shooting me some bell, T. Appreciate you, my bro. What's good with it, T? My bad, job from behind. You know how it be. Joyce and Ortiz. Yeah, facts. Joyce, dude, he just keep coming. Ortiz definitely got good conditioning. Shit. Big Shot Shaw got good conditioning. And they ain't even the biggest of names. I think Jared Anderson got good conditioning to be a heavyweight, young heavyweight. Who else? AJ has to make it rough. Facts, Kurt. That's all I'm saying. Use the old Javier Fortuna tactics at heavyweight. You dig what I'm saying? Impose your will, bro. You got to make him feel you. And pause for the motherfuckers that think like that. But you got to make him feel you in there, bro. You can't let that man box your head off again, because he's going to do it. And he's going to probably be a little more comfortable this time because he's seen you for 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? It's only reasonable to think that it's a good chance anyway. While underrated conditioning, hard facts, Chris. Good pick. Good name. I pull that one out the hat. Facts, he do, and he showed that against Fury. That's a fact. Let's say AJ wins now. He's fighting Wilder next. Do he make it past 1 to 6 rounds, or he KO? Make it to 7 to 12, or he beats Wilder? Oh, I'd always, no disrespect, and even with the Wilder losses, I think Wilder will always knock AJ out. I think, I don't even think the gas tank is gonna have to be a factor. Or then again, it could be, but if that's the case and it got to go past a certain 6 rounds, then I feel like Wilder's still going to be in good shape, because although he looked gassed and tired against Fury, I think the stress Fury was able to put Wilder under would be far different than anything AJ would be able to do to Wilder at all. And with AJ not being the most fluid fighter and being a little stiff in the hips and being a little muscular and robotic, I think he'd be right in line for Wilder. And he moves his head off the line slightly, but not enough to avoid big shots. I think Wilder spark him out between 1 and 6 rounds. And if it go past 7, I'm still confident that Wilder knocks him out. The only way for me that Joshua beats Wilder is in that same period, though, for me, 4 to 6 rounds. And I think after they get past that, I think Joshua's chances of knocking Wilder out would drop. And I think Wilder's a state, where it is, because he's so much more dangerous, in my opinion. My heart of hearts, I still want to see Wilder versus AJ. Me too, bro. Especially if it was for undisputed somehow. That's why I want AJ to win. I'm telling you, St. Louis, that'd be it right there, bro. That'd be it. The competition, I'm hesitant to say, big baby. Yeah. I get you. It's early, but so far he showed it like a solid motor because he got activity, and that's what really made me mention Big Baby. I didn't want to make it like I'm showing favors. He's just one of the young guys, and he's busy as a heavyweight. That's what I like about him, and I've seen him be able to keep his pace consistently throughout a fight. You know what I'm saying? So I like Big Baby right now, but yeah, it still is early. Can't get to KO. Yeah, 1 through 6, Mike. Facts. AJ will be going to bed early that night. 1 to 6, I think it's over. Maybe not even that long. That's very possible. Very. Well, all the same things as AJ. Things losing hurt that mental. I think so, and I think how they process the losing hurts their mental, Mike. And I think that's why it's very key and important for the people that's around you not to be ass kissers and yes men, because I feel like when you have a team that's able to really be real with you and keep you grounded, I'm not saying you sitting around discussing losing, but you understand in a competition sport, especially of this level, and if you talking about competing at the highest level, you gotta at least acknowledge that losing is part of the game and it's a possibility. Now, I ain't saying you go into the fight like, oh, I think I'm gonna lose. That's not what I'm saying. But I think as an individual, as an athlete, as a person, like, you know, male or one man or woman, you could identify the dangers that come with a contact sport like boxing. And you know, just as well as there's winning, there's losing as well. And I ain't saying you go in there with no doubt, but you at least as an individual be real enough with yourself to understand that losing is a possibility. Therefore, if it so happens, like I said, you have people around you that is able to keep you grounded enough to be able to explain to you that that's part of the game. So then you able to, you know, process and deal with your losses better. And you know that's not the end of the world. But I think when you got somebody kissing your ass and telling you the best thing since sliced bread, and they not really correcting your wrongs, and they're not really being honest with you, they putting you so high up on a pedestal that when you fall, they fall from grace. It be so, you know, destructive to the mental. And that's why, like I said, it's key and important to have the right kind of people around you, especially in boxing, a lonely sport like that, and one of the most opinionated sports that, you know, you under the microscope. Like you nowadays, you can't even get knocked out without becoming a meme type stuff. So like you got to have a thick skin, and you got to be prepared. And I feel like fighters, it's important for them to have people in place that's going to be honest with them. Like, yo, I ain't saying you got to go in here and say, yo, I think it's a chance I could lose. No, I ain't saying to no particular opponent, but just lose in competition, period. And I feel like that's why I respect, and I feel like the Olympics is something, that experience is something that get overshadowed. And I feel like when it comes to Olympic pedigree, you got to deal with that by fight basis. Don't think just because, you know, some fighters were good in the Olympics and didn't pan out in the pros that that's the same for others. Some are able to use those experiences in that Olympic system to then catapult them to the next level once they become the pro. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like you got to think. One thing that I noticed, what's one of the first things that stand out to y'all when it comes to amateur boxing? Everybody has losses. Everybody has losses, and multiple losses. You get what I'm saying? That's why I believe a certain amateur background is necessary, because I'm not saying you sitting around getting your ass kicked all day, but it in a sense, it will prepare you and teach you how to deal with a loss. You get what I'm saying? And some of these losses be tough on these people, but I think, you know, if you, like I said, you got the right people just being honest with you, and you always know it's a danger. I'm not saying you go in there doubting yourself, but you just be honest. Yo, losing is a possibility. So then it just don't hit you like something that just wasn't a reality, bro. This was a possibility. The greats have lost. Don't just say that. Understand that some of the greats have lost and went on to be Hall of Famers. So, you know what I mean? Always keep that in mind. And like I said, it's key to keep the right people around you. And prayers for Broner, man. Hopefully he get all the help he need, and whatever type of help it is that he need. I seen Ortiz tied against Charles Martin. He only got that adrenaline boost because he clipped Martin. Yeah, that's fair, Teach, because he is getting a little old. I like Wilder showing against Brazil too. Facts, bro. Appreciate you, Mike. Just think that all these fighters have someone that they could talk to keep their mental health. They all need that. See my video, Keyshawn Davis? Nope, but I'm glad you mentioned it, bro, and I'll make sure I watch it. Or I'll make sure I watch it. I got you, bro. I'm definitely going to check it out. Broner needs a sports psychologist, man, from the hood, and too scared to get help. And you know what I'm saying? And then you know what, Chris? It definitely don't do him no good when you got to do like Omar Figueroa, you know, ridiculing him. You got the nerve to be calling him all types of MFers and this and that, you know, because he said he going through something, but then you big Danny Garcia up. And I know I cooked on that yesterday, but I just had to revisit that for a second. He was a sucker for that. So hopefully Broner, you know what I'm saying, do get the help. And while we on it, you know, that brings me to another point I did have too. Appreciate you, St. Louis. I'm definitely going to check it out. Boxing there was good with it, fam. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? Oh, you say, oh, and Stanionis and not boots. Oh, you, I mean, shit, bro. We boxing fans. We know why. Come on, bro. We know the answers. I know it is a good question, but we know the answers. They know boots a different kettle of fish, man. So it's like Thurman might be the safer route. He looked like he on his way out, and Stanionis in his mind, in Cody's mind, he feel like Stanionis is tailor-made for him. So that's, to me, to answer the question. Other than the obvious, he know Boots is far more dangerous than them two. Then I feel like he think Keith Thurman, and he gauged himself like he got Cody got the Josecito Lopez fight in common to kind of get him, to help him gauge himself and feel confident if he was the fighter Keith Thurman, in my opinion, based on what I heard in that interview I was playing earlier. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like he said, Stanionis is tailor-made for him. So of course he said that. He ain't mentioning Boots. That would shock me if he said Boots, bro. Appreciate you stopping through too, boxing there. How you feeling, bro? The boxers have been getting their butts kicked for a while now. I hope they have been seeking help before the social media wave. Yeah, facts. But I guess too, that social media, depending on the person, it's like a case-by-case basis. And again, it's real fragile because I don't want to understand. I don't want to be an Omar Figueroa. I don't want to say I understand Broner's situation, but I understand Ryan Garcia's situation. And just real quick, just to touch on that real quick, and I'm gonna move past it. Just to elaborate a little bit on it. The reason for me as an individual why I would even slightly remotely question Ryan Garcia's motives is because not only the timing of it, and then of course, if you're going through something mentally, we all know people, and I said it yesterday, and I ain't gonna, beat down on it too much, but I'm gonna move past it. I said it yesterday, man. If you're mentally dealing with something, we all understand social media is the last place you need to be. It's one of the most toxic environments, period, especially when you're going through something. So if I'm then mentally, and I put myself in Ryan's shoes, say I'm going through something, and I know you could say everybody handle things differently, but let's think logically and realistically here. Let's be common sense. Social media will be the last place you want to be if you're going through something mentally. You need to be detoxing away from that shit and just clearing your mind, getting your mind right. When Ryan Garcia said these things, the very first opportunity where one of his, I guess, Devin Haney, I forget who it was, I think it was Haney, the fight he had, he went critiquing it and talking crazy on social media. And I'm like, yo, if you really dealing with something, your mind is not even in a place to still be doing the same stuff you was doing before you claimed something was wrong with you, bro. And that's what I be saying. Appreciate you, Fi. Appreciate you. And then that's what made, so as a man, like I know, just so I'm being transparent and it don't seem like I'm trying to be understanding of Broner and not Ryan Garcia. That's why I would question the Ryan Garcia. And the difference with a Broner for me is, like, I've heard countless people for years before this point say, damn, man, what's wrong with AB, man? He need help, man. That nigga crazy, man. And said all of this, man. What's wrong with him? Why don't you go get help? Then when he finally come out and say, yo, I need help, I know the timing of it was weak for some people. I get it. But it's like the minute he announced that he need help, we still have a problem with that. Then we say this man for years. I didn't heard. So that's why I don't level with people when they try to say, when they got that, oh, he a grown man angle. Oh, he a millionaire. I'm not trying to hear that. Y'all are some of the same people that said for years he needed to get help. When he said he needed, then you criticize, you like, oh, man, fuck that. He should have still fought. Nah, man, that shit sound crazy. He just now, I know it is late. Oh, he too grown. He grown, man. He grown. If a person really has the issues that we all assumed over the years that he had, the issues that he have has nothing to do with how old he is, man. When you got problems, the age has nothing to do with it. Your age don't make you above mental illness. That's why it blows me, because the logic don't add up to me. When people say that, he's a grown man, what the fuck do that mean? I get what you're saying. And again, you got to deal with that by case basis. But again, a lot of these things, these wild, outlandish things that he was doing, that's like a cry out for help. It's all safe for us to assume that. So it's like, again, once he actually go get the help, we can't critique him for doing it. It's like we can't have it both ways. So Crowley asked for a meal to pay Boots. Yeah, he asked for, I forgot how much it was. I think he did ask for a certain amount. He didn't want that, I think. I think you're right. Man, hey, I appreciate you, bro. This is the second live of the day, man. I appreciate all y'all coming back through, man. If y'all smash that like for me, if y'all haven't already, I'm going to keep cooking for a minute before I let y'all get up out of Peterson versus Bentley's fight. Peterson's sleeping shit, D-Free. Had a gun in his hand. Yeah. And you get what I'm saying, Ghost? And that's a fact. And I'm not trying to, discredit one. I'm just saying, one's cry for help is far more consistent than another one's erratic behavior and just being inconsistent as a young man and not, standing tall on what he said. And then it looked convenient. And then again, at the time that he claimed he was going through the most was when he was still found time to get on social media and critique Devin Haney and other fighters that had fights talking about what do you do to him. That's what threw me through a loop. Like, if your mind is still in a place where you could talk crazy to somebody, you got to think, if you somewhere getting your mind right, you're not on social media. I think we all could agree to that. And, I understand he's young, so I ain't crucifying him for it. But for me, again, just so I'm clear, that's the only reason. Other than that, I would have no reason to question him either. But other than the way he was moving wasn't adding up. You know what I'm saying? The Black community feel like they feel mental so strong. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with reaching out. How many punches can a boxer take? And then another thing, let's be real. He in a contact sport where you get punched in your head for a living, bro. You will never know you mix that. Getting punched in the head is like little mini car crashes. You get what I'm saying? Think about the times you get buzzed and you be slightly concussed and all that shit, and then you mix alcohol into the equation, drugs into the equation. You get where I'm going with it? You take blunt force trauma to the head for a living. It's not out the realm of possibility to think that the problems he have is deeper than what people think, than him getting in the ring, like he said. And I'm glad he did say it, and I hope that we don't find out that this was just something he said just to say, which I don't think that's the case, but I will hope for that anyway. But I'm going to rock with him until I got any other reason to believe anything different. That's just me. Multiple. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts, Ghost. Yup, I'm hit. Yeah, that should be sad. It should be crazy. I ever said was something wrong with this nigga head with flushing hundreds. Oh, yeah, facts. You get what I'm saying? Just, he was being wild right there, but then Spence fans, but both Spence and Tank were moving like complete ass and sensitive. And if Danny didn't come, clear the air, Earl would not have taken back what he said. You know what? I could get what you're saying. Nah, there's no offense, bro. You speaking what actually happened. That can't be offensive to no Spence fans, unless that's a fan bullshit. You can't be mad at that because that's what happened. But you know what I think, boxing nerd, not to make no excuse for Spence. I think this is what happened. I think you know how sometimes you say something right off impulse, like right the first emotion you feel when you come across some information, you respond or react to it right away. And then as it marinate, you got a little time to think about it. And then, you kind of get to like remove yourself from it and kind of see where you kind of would have been wrong. And you had a little second to think about it and see how it could have hit people. And that's not ever what your intent is. So you get what I'm trying to say? I think that's what got him to kind of take it back. You get what I'm saying? Like, if not him just being genuinely like apologetic about it and didn't, he didn't want to come across that way and be insensitive to everybody. So you just had to be a man by doubling back, like righting your wrong with that one. And I think he just had a little moment to think about it. I was like, yo, that I shouldn't even said that. You get what I'm saying? That just proves even they look at Ryan like a little kid. Nah, because that's how he be moving, bro. Imagine being compared to Floyd from the start of your boxing career. Shit, never let be his own fighter. Hey, man. That's an interesting perspective, Chris, man. I'm telling you. And you know what? I always say this, just to add to that point, I don't care what nobody say. The first person I ever heard say he tried to be like Floyd was a person, not him. I don't give a fuck if he took it and ran with it, because I did feel like after a while, once people started uttering it, he heard it and took it and ran with it because he knew they had a lot of similarities. And why would he not take it and run with it? But I don't care if he ever said it. If people got him on record saying it at all, I know for a fact the first bunch of times that I heard somebody say and compare him to Floyd was people saying it, not him. They always put that on him, and I don't never think that was the case. He embraced it, the similarities, no doubt. And did he want the lifestyle and shit like Floyd? Yeah, and a lot of other fighters do, but he was more closer to the situation, so it looked like he was trying to be him when he really was just trying to emulate things from Floyd that he thought was great that worked for him, and he tried to make him work for himself. Now, he didn't have the discipline. It wasn't the skill that he lacked to not be able to do the things that Floyd did. It wasn't that. Not saying he's as skilled as Floyd, but it wasn't a lack of skill. It was always a lack of discipline and mental for Broner. H2R was good with it, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. Yeah. Oh, nah, man. You can't tell him that. Oh, yeah. If it's Ellerby, I would see why you'll say that. Man, smash that like button if you did, man. I don't know if you a part of the family, but if not, hit that sub button. Come join the family, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. But I get why Ellaby would like take a shot if that's what you're saying. But appreciate all y'all. G Fizzle, double duty. I appreciate my bro 5 and a double duty from the other account. Appreciate it. I got more. Yeah. And that's a fact, Ghost. That's that. And again, some people could level with him, and some people like, yo, he a grown man, he rich, he should know better. And I just don't think that logically got anything to do with it when you truly are mentally disturbed or you having things that just not lining up top like the average person. That's all. I mean, Cody. Yeah, facts. Fate, salute, bro. Appreciate you sliding back through on another one. Yeah, but Cody Crowley, I feel like I'll lean towards him, but it'd be a tough fight because I feel like he could potentially outbox Stanionis, but I know Stanionis will make it a tough fight. And because Stanionis to me is the less defensive responsible person out of the two, I would lean towards Cody Crowley, even though I know if he get caught with the wrong shot, he might be in some trouble. It is when you go to the hospital and your insurance doesn't cover certain things. Yes, sir. I know. Yes, sir. Teach. That's a fact. Teach. Might be going through it, but his ego been in yeah, right. Yeah. Facts. And I ain't agree with him doing that to Ellaby. Like, even though we always find like some humor out of certain stuff, but overall, if it was me, like when it was happening, it was cringy to watch. I was like, because I thought he would have had more respect for Ellaby than that. But I will say this: not that I agree with the way he handled it and went about it. Absolutely not. 100%. I would not have handled it that way. Do I agree with the way he talked to Leonard Ellaby, despite how he felt emotionally? No. But what I will say is if one thing we know about Broner from the outside looking in, it appears that that's an emotional dude. And sometimes through the emotion, and the ignorance, you could hear some truth in there, or you could hear what really made him feel the way he felt. And I heard him. And he really felt like those dudes was rooting against him. Now think about what he's saying. Like, and again, let's be clear. So we got this clear and squared away. The way he handled it, 100% unprofessional and wrong. I wouldn't have did it that way. You could have told him all the way how you felt without cursing and doing none of that, and people would have really respected that. It would have looked like some grown man shit. Because you would have been able to, you would have had more of a point. You would have been able to point out them just moving like some suckers are being like two-faced. Like, you heard him, oh, come on, you could do it. Like, man, suck that. Remember, he was talking like that because, like, in his face, they acting like they rooting for him, but the whole time he found out that they right on the other end doing the same thing to the other fighter. Like, and he like, damn, like, y'all know y'all against me. Motherfuckers making interviews, all types of little shit. Now, again, I know it's the fight business. I'm not saying be sensitive, but I think he's coming, and I think this goes back to the problems that Broner always had in his career. In my opinion, he always been looking for the person that's going to rock with him the way he rock with them. And if it's one thing that I've consistently heard through and through, regardless of how many like crazy situations he got himself into, I always hear that dude is solid. He not no sucker. He got a big heart. I done heard this on every type of level, from like inside the professional ring to like shit he do in the sport of boxing to in his personal life with absolute strangers. Like, I done heard it on so many levels. Like, and that's one thing I never heard about Broner, is he a phony dude. He funny, two-faced. Now, you done seen, of course, he done had fallouts, but overall, I've heard he's been a solid dude. And I think at the bare minimum, I think Adrian Broner, the type of like emotional dude he is, I don't care what he say, he seems emotional. He wants you to rock with him the way he rock with you. And that wouldn't be being in his face, acting like you think he gonna win, but then telling the other dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got this. You get what I'm saying? I remember that. Cool. Boots. Yeah, hell yeah, that's good. Because I know they ain't gonna fight Boots right now, but maybe if they beat each other, they won't have no choice. Facts. They suffer a lot, Teach. You get what I'm saying? So that's all it was. And it was definitely wrong, but that's all it was. Like, him probably feeling like, yeah, always. That's why I say I don't shoot down opinions neither, because y'all offer different perspectives. That's more than welcome. That's what helped the conversation go. It's like, it's easy for me to sit here and talk about what I think, but I don't mind when y'all chime in, and that's why I don't shoot down nothing nobody add. But yeah, I will always say that, like, because I as a man, I'm able to see that if I'm watching something and it's cringy to me and I'm not even there to make me want to turn from it, it's like I already know, like, the person that's making me feel that way is the person that's acting up, and that was AB. So I was like, damn, the way you did it, you ain't had to do it like that. You could have been like, yo, respectfully, y'all, you know, y'all act like y'all cheering for me, and y'all really not with me, man. So, you know what I mean? It's a different way to have said that, and just people would have respected it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody would have been like, you disrespected, you know what I mean? L or B or none of that. So it would have went off different. Set up a fight with Rolly. You never know. Hey, man, shit. Hey, you might as well watch it at this point, right, bro? Where's that H dude? I don't see that comment. What comment? Cody. He's so basic. Yeah, oh, you said I want to call Cody boxing fundamentals. He's so basic. Yeah, he's a fundamentally sound dude, Teach. He's a funny, and that's because you're a real boxing fan. See, because you know the terminology, fundamentally sound, so you don't slight him. Facts. He is, and he don't have a ton of power. He could box, but he gets hit. But he's young and he got a gas tank to some degree. He can fight. He showed some resilience. He got punched in the chin, got back up. You know what I mean? The winner between Cody and Stanionis fight, Boots, because it's the most likely to happen. Yeah, man. I'll say let's see it, man. Throw Cody in there. What a line for the WBA. Yeah, you know that's probably what he's gonna do anyway, though, Teach. you crazy smoke attack. I appreciate you, lady. Do you don't think he will? Yeah, I think so. Too. Boxing there is people. I think certain people, most people, it truly ain't gonna fight Boots unless it's push come to shove. And like me, and a lot of those people that was for Broner was just there for the ride. In fact, D Free, and you know I could attest to that because even though I ain't met you yet, all my account, I feel like when you get up here, I'm talking to one of my brothers. So you know what I mean, y'all, you as solid as they come in my book. So yeah, he need a solid. You know what I'm saying? Somebody older than him that he could. You know what I mean? Big brother type energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what he need, and I think that's something he always searched for in boxing. I ain't saying he ain't get it at all, but I think with him, his heart's so big and he loves so hard. And again, this is my opinion based on how much I feel like I hear he do for people. His heart's so big, he expect that same energy from everybody. Like, not saying that he don't get it at all, but with somebody that I feel like operate the way he do, he want it from everybody that he give it to. You get what I'm saying? And if not, it's an issue. He gonna lash out, and that's just Broner. That's just one of his faults. That's a fact, Kurt. Like, he's straight up dude. I hear a lot of good about him. Trying to put other fighters on before he was all the way even on himself. Bringing Tank to floor. I done heard the stories, man. Like, when he could have just been a selfish dude. Like, he is solid. And that's where I go. That's where I could level with him as a man. And again, I deal with him by case basis. When he do something that's wild, call it out accordingly. But this time he asked for help and he's still wrong. Just think about how crazy that is. That's something nobody talk about. Just think about how crazy that is. He said he need help and he's still wrong. You know what I mean? Like, what y'all want? So which one is it? Y'all want him to spaz or y'all want him to say he need help? Y'all want to criticize him and speculate for years if he need help, and then when he actually tell you do, you surprised, or you like, nah, you should have still fought. What we talking about? He's still a man, still a human. You know what I'm saying? You heard the solid, then I'm with Burning Facts. Yeah, nah, Mike, it's one thing, and I'm telling you, like, the stories go on, and you know what's crazy? You know how you find a lot of information about people? Now, sometimes you're going to have people be fake on social media and show that fake love. I get that. But when you got him, I know this might sound crazy, when you got him, like, doing stuff like gambling with people, taking all their money, like hitting them, like damn near hitting somebody dry, and then giving that person all their money back after gambling with them for hours. Going in his grocery store or, electronic store or something, like, you know what I mean? It's one of the stores, and cutting the line, and you thinking he on some ignorant stuff. They let the man cut the line, and then he buy his stuff and then pay for everybody's stuff behind him. Like, the stories go on and on with that dude. Yeah, so it's like my thought process of him just run a little bit different than somebody else's. Maybe people don't hear them stories, or maybe they hear them and don't really care, or maybe they do and they feel like the bad he do still outweigh it. But for me, nah, that's just somebody that need people to wrap their arms around him. That's what it seemed like to me. If I'm wrong, then hey, I'll just be wrong. Hurt him bad when he found out. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. That's a fact. That's a fact. St. Louis, don't forget AB reached out. Yeah. And you heard that. And I heard, I mean, I seen different things now. I can't say I heard none of this out of Floyd's mouth or that I read it, but I seen certain people speak and say like he basically rejected him and say, you know, he ain't his problem type deal or that type energy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's a fact. And that's why he lashed out. I can still, that's why I like my name, because I could still explore things on both sides, man. Remember, like I could see him being wrong 100%. And then I could also put myself in his shoes. And when you logically match up all the stories that I personally heard about him, and you just could make an assumption that this dude will have a big heart, because why else would he be doing this stuff? He do it for the love. Like I say, he just gambled a young boy, beat him down to his socks, and then gave him every penny of his money back and just kept it pushing. Like, that's solid shit right there. That's just different. That's just not shit people do. My bro was good with it, Brody. Yeah, man. So, you know, I just rock with Broner a little different. You know what I'm saying? And no, I don't excuse no bullshit that he do. I call it out case by case. But again, just to finish this last point and get up, and you know, get off it. You can't criticize, critique, and speculate for years about somebody's mental health. And then when they say it, when they finally say enough is enough, then we question it. We get to question that too. Like, nah, we don't get to do both. Nah. We question it for all them fucking years. He answered the question, God damn it. And that's the problem with people too. Motherfuckers that sit here, run their mouth, not realizing you asking question, well, why don't he go get help? Well, won't he do this? And then he go do it and answer the question, and you questioning that too. You don't get to do both, bro. It's one or the other, bro. You don't get to do both. And that's all I'm saying. So, and again, that brings me to my one of my other points too, man. You know, Tank, you know, Broner Tank went and cleared that up. And I know people feel like, you know, he was lying, or the timing of it, and he just cleared it up just because people was on his ass or whatever. I don't think that's the case, and that's also our problem. Sometimes it's like we pick and choose what we want to believe that when it's something a certain fighter say. So if Tank come out and say, yo, he was talking about, you know, Truck Simpson opponent and Ryan Garcia doing that shit, then that's just what it is until I see that it's something else. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why I was one of the people that never thought he was talking to Broner, because I didn't hear nothing about them having no type of static whatsoever leading up to that at all. We follow boxing enough. When any other time they got into it, we heard about it. They never been able to keep it under wraps now. So the last time I heard, they was on great terms. And some of the last things I heard Tank speak about him was on the up and up. So it's safe for me to assume like that relationship is still intact. Why would I then think? And I get it. It was easy. I get the connection. You like, oh, dang, he talking about AB. Nah, you're not going to consider the fact that they're cool. You just going to assume that they're beefing. So then when he come out and confirm it, it's like you still going to double down and say, nah, he was talking about him. How do you get to do that? Because people kill me, yo. And it's like, yo, I think people would just rather see Broner and Tank fight at this point. That's why they was in the thumbnail like that. And I said, not so fast, man, because it's not a Broner versus Tank situation. And that's what they turned it into. You see how people do that shit? And that's what blow me about Broner. When it come to him, it's like, the sympathy card, like he been like whatever, you know, sympathy people used to have him, they clearly don't have, because the way they go in on him, it'd be crazy, yo. Like, I don't know. Actually, it's like when he training hard, I ain't seen nobody post that video. He's training hard when he went 23, 24 rounds. That's content. That's something to look at. But a motherfucker say he ain't in shape in a heartbeat. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, this shit just blows me. It's like, if you all things negative, Adrian Broner, I probably won't. Me and you won't have a conversation about him. And no, you don't have to be your favorite fighter. You don't gotta love him, none of that. But if you all things negative, Broner, then we probably won't have a good conversation about him. Was overweight, hardly trained, and took the clown way out. I mean, I don't think so. And again, that's what I just been cooking on. Like, we don't get to say that, because when Omar Figueroa was going through his depression and all the stuff he was going through, ain't nobody questioned him. And again, nobody really questioned Ryan Garcia. The only people that seemed like they did was because his moves wasn't matching up with what he was saying. Nobody questioned Danny Garcia and countless other fighters that pulled out of sporting events citing mental health as the issue. So we don't get to then say Broner. And why I'm going to say that, and I'm going to double down on it. The clown way out for me, it can't be because the man done fought Marcos Maidana. He fought Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, Pacquiao. All them dudes are far better fighters than a faded Omar Figueroa. So there's no way in hell somebody going to convince me he was trying to duck Omar Figueroa. That ain't even nobody to duck, especially coming off his last showing in the ring. He got stopped and beat up in 6 rounds. So for me, man was fat, couldn't make 160 on Friday. I mean, all that might be true, bro. But again, and I'm glad you said, if you talking about Broner, the 160, he couldn't make 160, or he was big as hell. I'm glad you said that, because I'm a further prove, or I'm gonna just give you a point why he ain't take the coward way out. Because if he was about 160, it's funny that number is up there, and then he claimed mental health. Because I know around the time Omar Figueroa was claiming he was going through all this stuff, he was running around 170 plus. You get what I'm saying? So it just add more credence to the things that he spoke on about him having mental health. That's all that do for me. Him being out of shape. And again, I played a video, and this was the most recent video. Like, again, what kills me when it comes to Adrian Broner, I don't know. And this is against nobody in particular, unless if you are a person that's privy to inside information on him and you just have an inside track without a doubt that he ain't been training. I don't think everybody just get to hop on that train without having no proof or knowledge of the fact, because if he said to you his mental health is possibly the reason why, that affected him in training camp, then it's reason, who are we to question that? That's what I'm saying. Like, we gotten to the point when it comes to Adrian Broner that you don't even get a man the space to go seek the help that so many people questioned and said that he need to go get for years. So it's like we don't get to have it both ways. And again, Omar Figueroa ain't nobody to duck. You know what I'm saying? And again, blamed is undisciplined. And again, if you mentally ain't right, is your physical going to be right? And we ain't got to be boxers to know that. So it's like Omar Figueroa, the dude that caught a DUI and got the fight called off the first time, don't get to call nobody undisciplined, because undisciplined was exactly what he was after he got his ass beat. You get what I'm saying? So he don't get to call nobody undisciplined when he was just that same person. He don't get to call bullshit on AB mental health and then put his out there on the forefront and highlight Danny Garcia's. He a sucker for that. He had bad intent. He ain't take the clown way out to me. If something really wrong with that man, something really wrong with that man. We find out later on that the man done did something to himself. What would we be saying then? He's a dumb nigga. How could he harm himself? He done told you. He done told us. So it's like, I think that's a slippery slope when we do that. It's like, that's how insensitive we are. And we become so desensitized to people pain that we don't respect it when they telling you they going through it. I'm just not going to be one of them people. And again, nobody got to feel sorry for him. I don't expect you to, because again, I done heard it all from he's a millionaire to he's made so much money, he's famous, to, he's too old. And again, none of that stuff make you above having mental health issues. And I think Omar Figueroa is a sucker for thinking he could call AB undisciplined when you yourself have had those very same issues in your career. You weirdo. That's like how you a hypocrite and all that. Like you big Danny Garcia up and slaughter Broner a week later. You weird individual, man. And I wonder why Broner is a problem, but Danny Garcia, no proof. Broner, you need proof. Nah, bum, you show some proof. You show some proof that you got all that stuff you said you got. Come on, man. That dude missed me, and I hate to bring it back up because I already cooked on it. Appreciate you, Mike. I already cooked on it, but he a clown. We don't get to do that, yo. And again, I'm going to always be transparent. And just so I was clear, the small, like example of if myself personally, the only thing that would make me, and I never really like publicly went on live to crucify Ryan Garcia, but the only thing that made me question his cry was, again, if you're mentally going through stuff, social media is toxic. That's not somewhere you want to be. How are you able to tweet round by round or every so often, or tweet immediately after a fight is over about what you would do to a fighter and you claim you're going through it? That's why his will get questioned. I don't question Danny Garcia. And like I said, countless others that went through the same thing. I don't question these dudes. I just let them be. If he get the help he say he need, then so be it. Omar Figueroa, a sucker, and he mad because he ain't get that AB bag. And Lipinets might beat his ass. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying, St. Louis. That's what I'm saying. And that was the first thing people were saying to me, bro. He out of shape. He out of shape. All right, well, shit. If we all know it. If our mental ain't right, do we want to go work out? Don't tell me. Don't say yeah. Don't fucking lie. You really going through something. The last thing you think about is working out. You know how that shit be. You won't even want to get out the bed. You know what I'm saying? Eat. Do all. You already know how that shit go. Then you would do with money and access to money and alcohol and drugs. That shit ain't gonna do you no better. You know what I'm saying? Ghost put it that way. I'll back our AB because he be going through a lot of shit. Yeah, nah, but I mean, again, like I try to be as fair as possible. I understand some of that criticism though, because some of the things that he's done has been so wild in the past that the average person don't have that same. They don't have that same sympathy for him. I don't even want to call it sympathy because I don't think that's what he's looking for. They just don't level with him in that way because they like, man, you done did this time and time and time again. It's like, I get it. But for me, I really think he's always had them problems ever since he started showing them. And I think the fact that he's in a contact sport, a physical sport, like, you know, a brutal sport where you get punched in your face, blunt force trauma to the head for a living, that could be a contributing factor too. You mix that with alcohol. Remember, man, like that shit is like that in football. CTE, you never know if he's showing early signs that it could be all that shit. Or then again, maybe he could be pulling our leg, but I don't think so. I just don't think so. And again, real quick, man, Tank, like I said, Tank wasn't talking about him. I don't think so. And I don't think you know, I just think some people wanted to see them at odds, or maybe want to see them fight, or maybe they wanted it to be that way, or maybe that looked like a juicier headline if they say Tank talking shit to Broner. Maybe more people will click it, but I knew not to do that. I seen the same shit people seen, and I just waited because I knew sooner or later he was gonna respond on social media or some other form where we could get to it, and that's exactly what he did. And he came and cleared it up. And I'm just gonna run with the fact that because I didn't hear about them having no problems or issues prior to this situation, I'm not going to force one on them. I'm not going to just say like, because you know, in the past, like anytime they had issues, they haven't done a good job at keeping it under wraps. So I don't see why it would be any different now. So like my thing is, if he was talking to him, we would have heard about them having some type of problem leading up to this, don't you think? And who would you more so think he was talking about? Like, I mean, what he said is not unrealistic because that's what dude, my mom and him was saying, like his mind ain't right. They kept saying that. And people, they couldn't explain to you what made his mind not right. And that's why I was holding on to the fact that those people didn't really want to fight, because as a person offered solutions, they found more problems and reasons not to fight, whichever one you want to call it, reasons or excuses or problems, whatever. They just found more issues. Like I like to seek a solution to a problem. Then you got people that once somebody bring them a solution, they find another problem. You know what I'm saying? And that just seemed like that's what was going on in that locker room. Like, do you think he'd be celebrated? Hell yeah, Mike. You know it. Hell yeah, if he had the complexion. He actually probably be having a plethora of people reaching out to help him too. That's just the sad part. But again, I want to be clear. I don't have an inside track on his life, and I'm not saying he don't have absolutely nobody. I ain't gonna say that, but it can also be deeper than that. Like, I think that his problems stem deeper than just people. But I think that's a strong start, just surrounding yourself by nothing but the true ones that's really for you, whether you up or down, win, lose, or draw. Those people that's really there, win, lose, or draw, no matter what your situation, those are the only people you need to be around, especially if they ain't the ones with their hands out. So I think that's what it helped Broner. And wherever else, maybe some time off, some more time off, maybe utilize. See, again, and I hear a lot of people, and I understand the point. If he had this much time to get himself right, and he still ain't right, then there's no telling how much longer it'll take him. And I understand that, but think of it this way. And I always try to provoke thought and create another perspective. Just think about it this way. It doesn't matter how much time he had off. The time being off is not going to determine if he's right. It's what he's doing with the time while he's off that's going to help determine if he's right when he come back. You get what I'm saying? If you out the ring for 2 years or 2.5 years, whatever it is, and you done spent that time drinking and clubbing and doing all the stuff that's counterproductive to you making a return back to the ring because you suffering from things or fighting demons. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, it doesn't matter if he had 3-5 years off. You get what I'm saying? If he wasn't utilizing that time correctly while he was going through whatever it is he was going through, if he wasn't utilizing the time to fight these demons, battle these issues, and get over them, if he wasn't seeking help and he just didn't find many avenues or whatever the case, then it don't matter. The amount of time that he spent off is irrelevant for that very same reason. But again, if he was spending time rehabbing, staying away from the drugs, the alcohol, the clubbing, the partying, you get what I'm saying? Maybe surrounding himself with family, taking trips, doing things like that, something that's more, maybe productive and healthy for his well-being and his mental state, then maybe you could say, then when he come back and say, if he just had an episode out of nowhere, then I could understand that train of thought. But until you can show me that all this time that he spent off, he spent it doing the right thing, I'm of the mindset, I'm of the train of thought that doesn't matter if the man had 5 years, 7 years off out the ring. If he wasn't utilizing the time in a productive manner, it would be all for nothing. It just doesn't matter the amount of time. It just really don't. But again, I could understand people questioning that if he ever going to be back and things like that. I get it. So yeah, facts, St. Louis, facts. Mr. Chop Top was good, bro. Appreciate you sliding back through. Just think they expect a lot more from Broner because of who he was. And that's possible too, bro. And that's possible too. And then I think to some degree too, bro, they might not understand how deep those problems stem. You get what I'm saying? Some people really just be thinking people just be acting out for no reason, but I don't think is anything Broner do is for no reason. You get what I'm saying? And maybe that's just me. Maybe I just see shit different. Maybe it's people tougher critics. Maybe I'm just like, but I always found myself to be a logical, reasonable person. So, I just think when a person is showing you over such a long period of time that ability to be inconsistent with their behavior and do wild, outlandish things and some things that just truly don't make no sense, leave you scratching your head, cringeworthy shit, and you get punched in your head for a living, it's not out the realm of possibility to, to think that you might have some issues that stem deeper than the sport of boxing. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, you never know what kind of trauma, taking them punches to the head really did to him. You know what I mean? It affect everybody different. And then I remember, shit. And I seen somebody posing that question, and salute to them. I forgot who it was, but what if he, break what would it take? Would it be better if he just broke down in the ring like dude did and just stop fighting? Would it be better if he just did that in the ring? Like, would people rather see him do that than know something was wrong with him? Or would y'all rather hear that he actually did some self-harm and shit to himself? Like, it shouldn't have to take for a tragic situation to happen for people to give you a couple minutes to recollect yourself. And that couple minutes might be a couple months, might be a lot of months, might be a couple years. But who are we to put a time limit on somebody's recovery? And that's where I'm going with it. And that's what I focus on, like on some man shit. Like, if that was your man, like, all right, and y'all, there's people in here, y'all ain't met me yet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some of y'all in due time will meet me, but just imagine, like, and y'all rock with me the way y'all do, but just imagine I'm going through the shit that if I come up the next day and I make a live and I say I'm going through something like him, would y'all then, like, y'all ain't gonna be like, oh man, F Just, man, he lying, man, he was just up there cooking the other day. It ain't no way something could be wrong with him. You get what I'm saying? And that's where I go with it. So I connect differently with it because of that reason. I'm able to look at it from that perspective. So I think people that maybe don't look at it as if that could be their man, then maybe they critique or, their judgment of it is a little more harsh, or maybe they less sensitive to it. Maybe it's like they still like, I don't know, I ain't trying to hear all that. And I get it, but I'm just different. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like, for me, I'm looking at it, if that was my man saying he was going through all that, well, how would we deal with it then? We wouldn't be up here talking about, he took the clown way out, or he just making excuses, or he ducking him. I knew this motherfucker. We would not be doing that. So it's like, I get it. We the fans, we ain't supposed to invest in their personal situations. But me, if I'm sitting here watching you over years, consuming, hours of content, watching you fighting, watching interviews and all this shit, I connect with you a little differently. Like, maybe that's just me. But then again, I don't fanboy, but I connect. I'm able to level with you if you say you going through some shit. It's not that hard for me. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? He made a name for himself when it comes to the history of boxing. Yes, sir. Absolutely, Mike. Absolutely, bro. Yeah, we're gonna need to turn the fan on for real. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody coming back through on the second live, man. As I know y'all could be doing anything. So y'all, if y'all ain't smashed that like button, smash it. If we got some new people in here, y'all sub to the channel. Join the family. Broner versus Tank is crazy. Yeah. And just so I clear the thumbnail, if y'all seen that in the thumbnail, I had that because I feel like, people would just rather see Broner and Tank fight. Like, because they were quick triggered when it came to being direct, saying, yo, Tank was talking about, AB. And then when he come out and say he wasn't, you got people that still going to double down or stand on their square and say, yeah, he was. So for me, I'm gonna go with what Tank said. And like I said, I ain't known that they had no issues moving forward, like prior to this situation. So I'm not gonna put it on them. You said you speak like a real. Oh yeah. I appreciate that, bro. But you see what I'm saying though. But this again, like you get what I'm saying, and it's for as far as like, I don't know. I guess it's like for me, I could just see it. I could see that being, and I could just see the behavior through the years, and like, and then to be fair, I don't think this ain't no recurring thing. I don't think this is something he pulled before. Like, you get what I'm saying? And that's what dude was making it seem like he just pull out of fights. Oh, he just mess opportunities up. And I was trying to tell people that's a two-way street. It ain't like, AB still get paid and Omar don't. Omar, they still save the day. Your bag ain't the same, but AB don't get no opportunity. If anything, if he really go to rehab and that's really what he need, he got to spend money. So he missed the opportunity and got to spend money and hope that whatever help he go seek is actually going to help him. So again, you ain't got to level with him. You ain't got to respect it. But I just do because I'm just built different. I think different. I feel differently about it. I could really easily see that being my man. Yeah, damn. What if my man said? Would I be saying, fuck that motherfucker? Or he need to grow up? Or he made, because my man is a millionaire, he above mental illness? Hell fucking no. We all know money ain't don't cure everything. We know that. We know there's plenty of miserable people with money. And some of us know some. So you get what I'm saying? So again, man, salute to AB. Hope he really go get the help he do need. And salute to Tank for coming out and being a man. Appreciate you, Crush. And being a man able to just say, look, I wasn't talking about them. And again, just so I'm clear, it don't make what he said no more right. Just because he wasn't talking about AB don't mean it's cool if he was talking about Ryan. It don't, just to be fair. But again, I don't know dude's situation, but it seemed like it was sudden. That's all I could say, because I don't have much information on this dude or his mental state. He don't have a long history. I haven't followed his career. Ryan Garcia has shown a lot of inconsistency in how he move and the things that he say, and those things not lining up. I am going through this, but I'm on social media talking crazy to Dev, or talking crazy about Dev or Tank. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. Broner went from talking about selling bricks to making pornos, to wilding out, strip clubs, being drunk, overweight, posting handguns, talking about not being here. That's somebody that's crying out for help. You could say, you're attention seeking. It's like when you cold-blooded, you're attention seeking. Now, that's not good attention, bro. That ain't, he's a fucking millionaire, how everybody say, right? Out of all the things he could be doing to get attention, Broner, you think posting a gun is the good way? Hell no. That's telling you something fucking wrong with him. Because you obviously ain't even in your right mind. You're not even moving like you are who you are, because you're not in your right mind. You know what I'm saying? And everything you do is under a microscope. But when you ain't mentally locked in and then you going through some shit and you suffering, you ain't moving. You ain't thinking clearly. You get what I'm saying? You're not doing things that make sense. You're doing shit that's leaving everybody scratching their head like, bro, what's up with him? Like, and that's all I be coming from. And again, I still do try to understand the people that just simply like, man, I don't care about that shit. You know what I mean? It ain't my problem. Fight. I get it, but I just don't share that same sentiment. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But it won't help for his demons that, facts, Crush. And that's what I'm saying too. And I'm glad you added that. And it's a different type of healing. It might be deeper than the alcohol, or you get what I'm saying? Whatever that is. Like, and he gonna have to sort that out. Hopefully he do, but you all speaking facts, bro. Speaking facts. So hopefully, like I said, he get the help, and I'm glad Tank cleared that up. And like I said, people just would pretty much rather Tank fight Broner. They'd be happy if they seen that shit. Like, nah, bro. He ain't said nothing about that, man. Let that shit live. Why are we quick to call a man out of shape, but we even quicker. We too quick on the trigger when it comes to this negative shit. Cause soon as I made this shit, he out of shape. Like I don't even disagree with you, bro. I think so, but again, I know when I'll use logic and common sense. If I heard Omar say I know it's more of a coincidence that the weight that he was in, but I heard the weight that he said he fluctuated up in when he was drinking and depressed and going through fighting all his demons and PTSD and all that shit. So then when you hear Broner probably like 160 or whatever it is, I heard somebody say that. And you mix that with the fact that now he's saying something wrong with him. I got different. I came across different information. I digested it and processed it a different way. Therefore, it shaped my perspective in a certain way. And I think it's based off, actual examples of the shit I'm talking about. You hear a dude just, you know what I mean? And I am willing to say maybe the weight numbers are more coincidental, but what I don't think is a coincidence is that the time that Omar Figueroa was going through the most he was going through is when he was his heaviest. I don't think Broner, it's no coincidence that if he's going through something right now, he's heavy. Like I don't have no argument there. I'm not defending that. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? And me too, Crush. And again, stay true to my name. My name is trying to explore this situation on both sides, man. And I do get it. Like, cause some people, and again, if your actions, if you have no history or nothing, and I ain't saying it can't be true because you have no history, but I'm just saying these abrupt instances where people are kind of using it and it's like ain't nothing wrong with their ass type deal. And it ain't, you get what I'm saying? There's usually be some type of history there or the shit. So it's like, and again, if you saying one thing and then you doing another that cancels out what you just said on the other side, then you're gonna have people questioning you, and rightfully so, because you ain't moving right. So facts, Crush, I get you. It burns the brain, it's a drug itself. Yeah, facts, Mike. Damn, that's a hell of a point, man. Salute, bro. Facts, bro. Facts, man. Facts, man. And facts, man. Damn, that shit wear on the brain. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And then how things change once your success changed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was so much different for him when he was winning. Get what I'm saying? A lot of these problems seem like they started to really spiral once the losses started coming in, the change up started happening, and then you still got money and so much idle time and things like that. So it's like, CJ, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you slide back through, man. Nah, man. Boots a different breed though, dog. And I feel like, hey, you saying that, I don't even think that make you a fanboy. I just think you feel like Boots is like that. I do too, though. I won't pick him to be Spence. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like everybody else, he'd dog him, I really do. Or he'd beat him. I ain't saying that'd be easy fights when I say dog him. I think he'd do work on him. And I wouldn't mind being wrong about that. I just think that highly when it comes to Boots Ennis. So you ain't no fanboy for that. You're not saying something that's out the realm of possibility for him to, outside of Spence, beat the rest of these dudes. It wouldn't be impossible. I'm saying, yeah, but why is he out of shape? People mad at the symptoms and not the root cause. You see what I'm saying, St. Louis? So you get the point I'm making, though, right? See what I'm saying? Of course, you're not going to be in. And again, I'm about to play that clip real quick. It's like a 2-minute clip, man. It sends you on a dimension, ego trace, facts, Crush. And then it's like, you can't even separate, reality from the bullshit no more. You get what I'm saying? You've been on cloud 9 for so long because shit been going good for so well. When you hit that bottom, that shit just like, you get what I'm saying? That shit do something different to you. That hit they mental different. You know what I'm saying? EJ versus Boots will be back and forth type of hell yeah. Facts. Fake facts, Brody. Skywalker, my bro, what's good with it, man? Hey, man, y'all got it. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go check that out when I get me something to eat. I'm gonna go check that out. It's a big ass bug. Turn that light on. There's that bug in here. Kill it. Kill that shit. Where is that? It's a big one too. Some shit flying. Why do you like bugs? No, hold on. But Skywalk, I'm gonna check that out, and I gotta go check Kyle video out too. I remember that too. So I'm on point, family. I'm definitely gonna check that, and I'm gonna check that out for sure. There we go. There it is. Damn, let me get it. Damn. Almost got away. My bad, y'all. I had some little insect problems, man. These little moth or whatever the hell it was. And my son be acting like a little girl when bugs get in here. He be tripping. I'm gonna get it when it come back around. My bad, y'all. Yeah, Skywalker, I got you. I'm gonna check it out though for sure. I like Thurman versus Tees. Yeah, man, that'd be a tough fight for Thurman though. Physically, that'd be physically demanding on Thurman. He had to be in really good shape. Justin Fan was good, bro. Appreciate you for stopping back through on the spin back. I hope that Cody does get an opportunity. I heard him on the Boxing Voice a while ago say he put pause on Haney. Oh shit, I ain't catch that. Maybe we'll go look for that, bro. But yeah, Cody said he'd love to fight Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? He said he'd love to fight Keith Thurman, but he said he wants Stanionis next. He said he's gonna try to back Stanionis in the corner and make him fight. Say he feel like Stanionis is tailor-made for him, and you know he'd be willing to fight him. He want to fight him, and he'll definitely take the opportunity to fight Keith if he get it. Salute, Justin Fan. Appreciate it. That's why I don't think Haney will ever move up to 47. It's gonna be tough for him up there though, because just only thing it'll never be skill that's gonna hurt Haney, I don't think, or lack thereof. I don't think it'll be skill. I just think I think the lack of punching power might hurt him as he moves up in weight, even from 140 to 147, if he ever go there. Because I think he has the frame for 47. Because he about, Floyd like 5'8", Haney like what 5'9", some pretty long arms. Got a similar frame, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like length and height and shit like that. So if he wanted to, he could definitely move to 47. But I think he probably was. TD was good, my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling? I think Haney is even 25, fam. Nah, he ain't 24. He ain't. My bad. Facts. Best boxer, Spence, Boots, Bud, Shakur, Devin Tank, David Usyk, Beaver, better be. Not Canelo, steroids. We feel the same way about Canelo, bro. Talk about, we got the bugs now. It's just a mall. That is all. Oh, man. You terrible. Weatherspoon can talk, brother. It took me an hour to get a few questions on, but man, he had some great stories about Ali, Don King. Yeah, the OGs. I gotta turn that air on. The OGs be on it. Cody said he was called to do so many rounds with Haney, and he only did half, and they stopped it. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Man, I wanna. That's interesting shit. I might have to find out. I can make a video about that. That'd be interesting too. But dudes be all soup. He is at 47, and he is at 47. And real quick, just let me make a point. Cody top win is Lopez. Facts, fate, and that he think that's the top. Salute, Teddy. Appreciate you. This is my second trip today, man. Second live of the day. Just staying active for the family, man. Let me see something else. Hold on, Cody Crowley. What was I trying to look for? What was I looking for with this character? Damn, it's something. Yeah, his top win was Lopez. And he think that's a top win for some reason. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, he bragging about that Haney shit. And I get it. Like, I get it. But look, let me see on his box rec, right? He got 21 fights. I'm going to tell you. What's the highest y'all think weight that this dude fought at? This dude fought at 156. That's pretty much considered, I think, like middleweight. He fought at 156 talking about doing something to a 35-pounder, yo. Like, you get what I'm saying? Punk ass. You ain't getting no airplay off that, man. You know what I'm saying? He souped, he was beating on Haney. That dude probably was running around 160 in there against Haney. Yeah, they probably pulled him out of there. You run around full-blown middleweight. Voice does great work with interviews. Yeah, they do, bro. It was dope one day that one of the fights that they was talking about is one that I made a video on, and I heard them discussing that fight and shit there. Word, they do some good interviews. You know, it's funny. Cody won't call out Boots. Yeah, hell no, he ain't calling out no Boots. He know what's safe. So Cesar hit Thurman to the body, man. Spit that mouthpiece. Yeah, man, had him on the escape plan. Justin Fan had him had him on that escape plan. Yeah, Skywalker, I was in here, cooking it. I mean, I could revisit it a little bit before I get up out of here, because I felt like Cody Crowley, like I said, I watched the interview where he was talking about he'd be willing to fight Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd love it. He'd jump at the opportunity. Keith Thurman was his idol. He seen how Keith did against Josecito Lopez. He seen he gauged how he did against him, and he feel like he'd be able to handle himself against Keith Thurman. He said that was his idol. He got much respect for him, but he had his time, and he said that given the opportunity, he'd fight him pretty much in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? So, but then, I played another clip what he did with, I think that was Brian Custer, the Last Stand podcast, maybe, or something on PBC. Maybe it was Brian Custer, but he was talking about how he want to fight Stanionis, and he said he felt like Stanionis is tailor-made for him. You know what I'm saying? He a come forward guy. He said it's tailor-made for him, and he want that fight. He gonna try to corner Stanionis. He said there's been talks of that fight, so he gonna try to corner him and see if he could force him to fight. Ain't he a lightweight? I respected and sparring from a young dude. You get what I'm saying? They be souped as hell over sparring. They be happy as hell over sparring, bro. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all tuning in. And if y'all ain't smashed that like button, smash that like button for you, bro. I'm gonna get to the 2.5 hour mark, man. But yeah, Skywalker, I was trying to cook on the when the undefeated prospect. Before that, he lost to Cody Crowley, but went all 10 rounds. Facts, because Cody Crowley only got the 9 knockouts. Skywalker and the 21 wins, so he ain't a crazy big puncher, but he can box, but he gets hit too. So I could see dude going 10 rounds with him because dude is tough. You know what I'm saying? So I know who you talking about. He's a tough kid, so I could see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Lopez's boots versus ass is the fight of the future, 54-6. That's gonna be crazy, Kurt. That's a good ass fight too, man. I never even thought about that just yet. That's gonna be a good fight. Facts. Lopez past his prime, that's a fact, bro. Like Cody's solid, but he can't be anyone at the top shit. I got Stanionis hurting Cody unless he's on the bike all night. And that's what I'm saying, Tay. That's where I'm going with it. And the reason I lean towards Cody Crowley, because I would expect him to be smart enough to try to box Stanionis. But then what concerned me in one of them interviews, or a little bit when he spoke in that interview, talking about standing there going toe to toe. I hate when somebody with a little bit of knockouts or don't got no crazy knockout power talking about going toe to toe. That's how you get slept. You already got dropped when you wasn't going toe to toe. Bang, you got dropped face down, so you was looking crazy on that ground. But don't go toe to toe with no Stanionis, bro. You might get stopped. Bro, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I see that being a tough fight for him, and I would lean toward him because I feel like Stanionis get hit even more. He's less defensively responsible. So I would just lean towards Cody Crowley in hopes that he could be disciplined to box him for 10 to 12 rounds, however long the fight is. Crowley bragging about beating Devin Spawn. Yeah, that's Cody. Yeah. Well, see, Justin Fan, I don't know exactly who he fighting next, but I will tell you right what he said out his mouth in the last interview that because one of them he spoke about being willing to fight Keith Thurman and willing to fight him next if he get the opportunity. But the fight that he said is being talked about and discussed, and the one that he sound like he gonna pursue is the Stanionis fight. He said Stanionis is tailor-made for him, and he said he gonna try to corner him and see if he could force him to make the fight. So it's looking like Cody Crowley gonna realistically chase Stanionis if he could, unless Boots gets Stanionis first. And again, if Boots was to get Stanionis, then I don't see realistically why Cody Crowley can't fight Keith Thurman. You already mentioned his name. Keith Thurman need a win. You know what I mean? He need a credible opponent. It'd be a real welterweight. Like I said, Cody Crowley fought at 156 pounds before, so it wouldn't be out the realm of possible. It wouldn't be him bringing up a blown up, 140 pounder and none of that. It'd be a legit welterweight, and he really fought in a higher weight than fucking Keith Thurman. So Cody couldn't bust a great. And that's what I'm saying. His punching power ain't crazy, but that's again, he think he could punch crazy. I hate when I hear them fighters say that. I'd be like, what are y'all watching that makes you think you could punch like that? Like, I don't know. Who are you knocking out that's making you think you could punch? I want to see anyone watch that for. Yeah. That's going to be a problem, man. He already is. When Cody was bragging, they were praying kind of. Oh, yeah, prying kind of. Oh, yeah. Yeah, go toe-to-toe with my man, break the Stanionis in 6. Yeah, he do that. It's over, man. TD, if he do that, it's over. You know how boxing boys is. They'll put a mic and camera in your face and ask tough questions. Now, I'll be liking it. I like it sometimes because they be keeping it a buck sometimes up there. I'll be catching it. I rock with the content. Oh, you don't think Cody was bragging? If anyone has seen the Delorme fight, they know how the legs is the way to beat Stanionis. Keith should take that fight. He wants to get back in the mix. I'm telling you. And again, that's why I would lean towards both Keith and Crowley against Stanionis, because I think Keith got the power to definitely keep Stanionis honest, hurt him, and he still got enough movement and his legs to move. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Cody Crowley, he don't punch as hard, so he gonna have to be worried about getting the respect of Stanionis and being disciplined for as long as the fight lasts, because he's not getting no knockout. Cody hurt the IBF Mando after he got dropped. Think that shit went to his head. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know you talking about in that fight. He got dropped bad, too. That's that fight he got dropped bad. He was down there on his face and chest and shit. I seen it today on his Instagram, matter of fact. But he showed it. He did get up and win, so salute to him. The facts, Justin fan, money is there for Thurman, yo. Money is there for Thurman. He just got to be more realistic and in touch with reality and be willing to go get that money and not think that, you know what I'm saying? Not think that he's above fighting a Cody Crowley or a Stanionis. Like, get what I'm saying? Because the only thing left is the top tier and somebody else that's not maybe the absolute top tier that's just going to be just as dangerous or even more. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to fight Virgil or Boots. Get what I'm saying? Conor been tied up. You're not going to fight Rashidi. You might as well try to forget a win over Cody Crowley. It's Stanionis, somebody that can punch, but not a devastating puncher, but he can punch. He can box, but he get hit a lot. You know what I'm saying? He be looking like Jason without the mask after his fights. You know what I'm saying? So those are winnable fights for Keith Thurman. I think he really should explore them options. Hopefully he's smart enough to, try to make some shape for him. Keith Thurman, a journeyman now. He can't beat nobody for a beat. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, Mike, who's going to be able to put that second loss on his resume, because it's crazy. It's like, with the lack of fighting and the decisions he be making, it make you feel like he more shot worn than he is, because you still think he still got that one loss type deal. So it's like, it's crazy. Like he the most inactive one loss fighter that I could think of. You get what I'm saying? Like that. He the only fighter. He's one of the only fighters I could think of at the top that got one loss, but you just feel like he got so many more, because of how he moved and how his career just turned out. It just seemed like he lost more than once, but he only still got the one. So I'm interested to see who's going to be the next one to get, because I know he's going to lose again, especially if he really fights somebody. He's going to lose again, respectfully, but I just want to see who's going to be able to do it. I don't know if Stanionis is capable of respect. You literally just got to hurt him. He took a lot of punishment last fight and smiled the entire time like a nut. Yeah, he crazy, Taty. He do got a chin. Do got a hell of a chin. That's why I know Cody Crowley ain't knocking him out. I don't think Keith Thurman will knock him out either. I just think he could, when I say respect, like, he's going to be crazy in there still, but maybe he could keep him honest a little bit in there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, just keep coming, white boy. So, yeah, facts, he is. My bro Zoom was good with it, Brody. Appreciate you for sliding through. I was just sitting here wrapping up with the family, second live of the day. You know what I mean? Chopping it up about the Cody Crowley situation. Like, Cody, again, man, just stay on the lookout for these fights. Hopefully we get them, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully Broner get his help he need. Glad Tank cleared that up and said he wasn't talking about Broner. Like I said, it just to be fair, don't make it no more right. You know what I mean? But I can understand his critique of these other fighters with these kind of knee-jerk reactions to the mental health, like just coming out of nowhere with it. And I get it, but, who are we to question it? I'm not saying I'm questioning it, but I can understand his train of thought and where he coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? Won a fake belt last fight, facts, like a interim belt or something like that. And he got a picture posted talking about he can't wait to defend it. Bro, that ain't no real belt for real like that, bro. Don't do that. That's not no real belt like that for real. You know damn well that WBA belt, you ain't got the real one. Spence do, bro. Stop. But yeah, man, hopefully AB get his help. Salute to him. You know what I'm saying? Hope Tank give us the fights we want. I'm glad he cleared the air and made it clear that he wasn't talking to AB. And let's look out. Let's be on the lookout. And hopefully we see if not Keith Thurman and Crowley, hopefully we see Crowley pursue Stanionis, and maybe he gets that. If he don't, maybe Boots get it, and maybe the other two mix it up. So we're gonna see. It's a lot of good fights that could be made. Just hopefully they make it. Yeah, facts, Skywalker, that world belt. That's what they got. Well, yeah, man, I'm trying, bro. I'm gonna keep rolling. You know what? Got that fake belt, but yeah, man. So stay tuned. Hopefully, we get the fights we want moving forward. Because again, as men, as supporters of the sport, that's all we want: the best fight and the best. And WBA, yeah, treat that motherfucker as real. Yeah, he got mandatories. Yeah. Right, TD. Start telling him he got mandatories to fulfill. Start throwing them in there. Bet you won't be too happy to have that bitch then. Yeah, you gotta fight Boots. Yeah, mandatory Boots Ennis. Bet you his ass would be wishing he had that belt then. He got the Reggie belt. Yeah, facts. That shit mid. You know that belt mid. That shit mid. He ain't part of the big fish. That shit mid, man. It ain't hitting. But yeah, like I said, Cody Crowley would be a good fights for I think Boots will murder him, but he'd be a good fight for Stanionis and Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman really should go to Cody Crowley route. I'm telling you, or fight one of those dudes right there in that mix that's undefeated, that's a respectable welterweight. That it'd be good for you to get your win back off on, like try to get a win. But we're gonna see how smart Keith Thurman is. Hopefully, we see Broner in the ring sooner than later. Salute to Truck Simpson for handling that situation like a G. Hopefully, we see Truck Simpson soon. That'd be dope. Like I said, I hope we see one of these Cody Crowley fights, and I'm gonna be paying attention close to see who Tank fight next, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Forget what's the next big card. I think it's AJ. I think that's the AJ card Ash was talking about. I think she talked about it a little bit. So my bad, Ash, if I ain't catch that before I got up out of here. But that's all I got for now. I ain't gonna keep y'all here too much longer. That Reggie belt like a draw for WBA. Fuck the chat whole plans. Constellation. Yeah, man. Consolidation. Yeah, get that shit up out of there. Get in there with somebody for real. Yeah, drop it like it's on fire if they said he had to fight Boots. That's a fact, Kurt. That's a fact, my bro. It's just sick. It's sad to say us as fans have fought more than a lot of these non-fights happening. Yeah, facts, bro. What's good, bro? You back, man? Appreciate you sliding back through. I was just wrapping up anyway. I appreciate you saving me some pizza. Appreciate that, bro. God damn, you know you're bro in here. I'm telling you, this talking be having me starving. I'm definitely smashing something, find something to eat real quick because I'm starving. But facts, Mike Boots is Clubber Lane. He coming, man. And y'all know, as y'all know, your boy Just gonna keep coming with this content, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this live. Y'all know I'll be back tomorrow with something fresh to talk about and another dope conversation for the family. As always, man, I appreciate all y'all. Y'all smash that like button on your way out. Appreciate everybody coming back through in the building for this double up that I just did. Appreciate everybody time in the building, man. Yo, hey man, when people say that, that's what it's about. I appreciate it, yo, and that's what I aim. That's what I'm aiming for. You know what I'm saying? Have one of the dopest channels, the best conversations, and y'all know that the work is being put in. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all y'all time. Appreciate everybody smashing the like button. Just a fan, salute to you, Brody. Salute to all the TWT family and the Just Do family. Appreciate all y'all, man. Like I said, I know y'all probably smashed that button already. Y'all stay tuned. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Until the next one, I'm out. Peace. Oh, and y'all subscribe to the Brody Yoda Wise Crush if y'all didn't already. You know, and he said, you see us in a bit. Oh, all right, Crush, you gonna be on bet, Brody. I'll be tuning in. I got time. You know, I gotta put mine in for the day. Hope everybody enjoyed this live. I appreciate all y'all. You know, I'll be back with y'all tomorrow. Peace.